This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Eric Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel, and joining me as always from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, say hello to Jordan.
Hey, everybody.
If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness, go over there and put us in the #1 position on the presets. I keep saying it and nobody corrects me. It supposedly it helps, but nobody over there seems to know why. But I do have some other information for you. If you're on Apple or Spotify, if you're over there, you can go over there and leave us a comment, positive review. It does help out the program. We had mentioned last week, we finally got the access so we can see the reviews, respond to the reviews if need be. Also, Spotify told me that if you follow the podcast over there, you can pin it to be up at the top of your list to be your favorites. Ooh. So if you have a lot of podcasts and stuff, I understand some of them are probably better than us, way more successful, making a lot more money, but that's not the point here. They don't need the help. We do. So if you can go over there and pin us up on Spotify, I don't know if it does anything, but it looks kind of cool that we're at the top of the list. So please do that. If you want to join us each and every week as we do this program, head over to our live rooms over on YouTube and on Twitch, all under It's Eric Nagel. Like and subscribe there. It'll let you know when we go live and when other stuff gets published. And if you can't do any of that stuff, you can only watch whenever you get the notification or on your free time. YouTube channel is the place to be. Go like and subscribe there. So yeah, the Spotify thing was interesting. The person who was helping me over there and said, "Oh, by the way, you can have your audience pin the podcast." I said, "What does that do?" And they said, "Well, it pins it at the top of the list." And I went, "Oh, I thought it had some kind of social value, maybe help get our
feel better about ourselves,
something like that." It's
like no matter what happens in the world, Eric, our show is always at the top, and that makes me happy. So pin it.
Yes.
And then
Jordan is what we called a sloppy party bottom, so he enjoys the show being on top. What else do we have to tell you about? Oh, we're almost at 5,600 views on YouTube. Again, thank you all so much the last few weeks. The channel has been growing by leaps and a bound. I know it's many bounds, but we haven't hit many bounds yet, so we got one bound.
It's our first bound.
It's our first bound. So 5,600, about 5,600 on YouTube.
That's subscriptions. You said views. I want to make sure that the views are up.
Did I say views?
You did said views. We are up to
subscribers. No, we're well over 1 million views for the entire channel.
We got our free Subway sub.
Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah. So, because we're in the partner program with YouTube, it's like, hey, we got a bunch of stuff for you. Oh, that's fantastic. They send me the list and they go, okay, pick out what you like. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Gifts out of the gift box.
Yeah. And then I go, oh, well, here's some things I'm never going to use. So, Jordan, do you want a gift card to Subway? I'm like, do you go to Subway? And he goes, yeah, I go a few times. I'm like, oh, that means he goes a lot. I haven't been to a Subway. I don't know when. It's been many a year since I've been
in an area where your kid has developed a better palate as far as food goes. My kids are slobs because we don't have much. So it's Subway, it's McDonald's, it's the garbage foods.
They're all tired of eating cactus candy and drinking sarsaparilla out there.
All of our suckers have scorpions in it. Shut up and eat your scorpion.
Yeah, you need to go.
So yeah,
you got them on little sticks over the fire like marshmallows because you can't afford real marshmallows.
Right. So I mean, winter's coming. They're going to be burrowing away for the winter. So we got to eat our scorpions now until we get rid of it.
We have to welcome in, by the way,
Annoyed Wawa supervisor.
Steel Toe's #1 super fan has been joining us lately. Thank you very much, Mr. Supervisor. Lackluster sandwiches, if you ask me.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, they're not. They're not even. Look, at one point they had the most restaurants in the world.
Right.
And I think that number decreased. I haven't looked at that list in a while, so I don't know, because they were beating McDonald's out as far as franchises go. Right. But then they had a sudden kind of cave in the last few years with the franchisees, because
Kid Touching does that to a franchise. Well, your mascot is
Yeah, but that was a completely separate issue for the company.
Yeah, but
they had a lot of
your brand.
They had a lot of fallout with the people who buy into the franchises. I think if I remember the story right, you have to buy in order to get a franchise license for a Subway, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the store does not do well, you can't then say, "Look, we're losing money. We're just going to close out." No. You still have to pay Subway, even if the store is a failure. So if I'm remembering correctly, I think that was a problem where there was a sharp decline with Subway patronage. That's not even a word, what I just tried to say. But the clientele coming in there was not what it used to be.
No.
You had better options, and then the options went away, but now you have even better options. Because you
been
around for a long, long time.
Yeah.
What was the one? It would go, toasty.
Was that... That's not Quiznos, was it?
Yeah, Quiznos, where they had
Quiznos?
Chilla things too.
Yeah.
Quiznos, and then Quiznos went away. But now you got Firehouse Subs, which is pretty good. And then you have Jersey Mike's, which is basic for the menu, but fantastic, for that kind of sandwich. But if you happen to live in an area that has good deli, you could just go and get your own sandwich there. You don't need to chains.
Speaking of sandwiches, since we're talking about it, this is something I was going to talk about later. I had a Firehouse Sub the other day, and I told you that I was going to have it.
You did, yeah.
And it was actually really good. Like, I used to think Firehouse Subs was a little more pricey, so I kind of avoided it. I was like, it's a lot of money for a sandwich. And then everyone started kind of raising their prices, so now they're just middle of the pack as far as cost goes.
Yeah, remember when everyone used to say like, "Oh, we love Five Guys, but they're too expensive compared to everybody else."
Last night too.
And now you look at Five Guys as going to a good restaurant. And it's like, well, McDonald's is almost the same price as Five Guys. No, we'll go to Five Guys.
Yeah,
we'll spend $16.
I'd rather get better fries than So I went to Firehouse and got a turkey dinner sandwich. So it was the stuffing, the thick cut turkey.
Some places
it was like carved turkey.
Some places call it the gobbler.
The gobbler. I think Arby's does a gobbler sandwich.
Does your Firehouse, did it have the hot sauce bar?
I think they have something like that. I don't actually go in and stay in there. Like I did it for pickup and I just grabbed it and left.
All right. So about a month or two ago, I was somewhere that had a Firehouse near there, and I was like, I'd rather go there than to fast food. So I went there to grab a sandwich to eat. Mm-hmm. You walk in. They were in the middle of restocking because I was like, "Oh, this isn't this." I mean, it's a nice amount, but it didn't seem enough. And the guy was like, "Oh no, we're refilling bottles and things in the back." But look, right there, the hot sauce bar.
They have that up there too.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But yeah, I had the turkey sandwich. It's got turkey. It's got stuffing. I think it's got like an aioli on it, like a mayo aioli or whatever. Which I think mayo is aioli. And it's then cranberry sauce,
weaker version of mayo.
Yeah, it was like mayo with spices or something, and then cranberry sauce on it. And then you can, for an extra $1, you can get a turkey gravy on the side to dip it in, kind of like an au jus. I gotta say, like,
really,
it was so good.
Is it made with like drippings from the pan?
It felt like it would be. Yeah, it's that lighter turkey gravy, like that tan color. It's nice and thick, but like good enough to dip in. And yeah, I mean, that was fantastic. Like, I love that. I love the idea of, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. It's my favorite time of year. We've been seeing a lot of the Kinder stuff out now, and I want to get like the brine and bag tomorrow. And you're going to go get it. You're going to go.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole, we just talked before the show about one particular item. And I said, I'm going to get that. But yeah, I heard the Kinder has their brining bags out and everything. So I'm going to get that. I also need to pick up their prime rib seasoning, because that's what I do for Christmas. So I'm going to go buy a bottle of that stuff. It's dry rub, not like a liquid bottle kind of thing.
I got that. And I got to say, I'm not a huge, like, I don't go to Firehouse Subs all that often, but that was a good pick for me. Like, that was really good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Like, I want to just end this year. I'm like, I've got the holidays coming up. We're in that, like, we're halfway through October now. 2 weeks from now is Halloween. Next thing you know, we're just driving on through all the holidays.
Right.
Like, I think like my schedule is going to be like 5 full working days.
There's another gentleman who gets around. I've been seeing him show up in
Jay Ship.
WATP chats. I think he's over at the Shuli Network. I think he was over in Tukey was live the other night. I think he was in there too. But he's saying Five Guys is a rip. It used to be, but because the way everything got inflated right now, it's actually almost on par. It's still expensive, but the food level, if everything's going to be that price, I'd rather go there to eat for a quick hamburger.
My brother stopped off there yesterday to pick us up food before we went down to Tucson and to watch something that we were attending. And I think he spent almost $45 on 2 like bacon cheeseburgers, large fries, and 2 drinks. I'm sitting there going, oh.
At Five Guys?
At Five Guys. It was like 44
okay,
bucks.
that is really a ripoff.
It was like, the large like Cajun fries, and it was like double bacon cheeseburgers, but the burgers was like, it was huge. But yeah, it was probably $44 or $45. Yeah. It gets expensive. Nothing's cheap anymore, like we've talked about.
I know, but here's the thing with Five Guys. Not only do they fill up the cup of fries, but they grab another scoop and dump it in on top of your order. So you got fries on top of fries. And they're one of the few places that their little, fixin' station, their condiment area, they have containers of malt vinegar.
I love malt vinegar
for the French fries. And you're like, I mean, it's so expensive, but they just treat you good at that place. And you're like, yeah, maybe I am paying for the service.
He was telling me that when he went in there, he was like, the guy asked him, he's like, hey, you're getting 2 different fries. Do you want to keep them separated out? Like the Offspring. And he goes, yeah, just keep them separated. But then the guy does this. He puts the fries in the little cups because they got the tall cups full of fries, sticks them in the bag, and then proceeds to just pour fries into the bag like you described.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And it was just like 2 things of fries and then like half a bag of French fries. We didn't even finish all the French fries before we left. It was just so much.
You bring them home. Now thanks to the air fryer, you spray them down a little bit with some olive oil, throw them back in. So especially if they still do the Cajun fries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what we had. It was good.
Do a 50-50 mix. Get a cup of Cajun, cup of regular, and then they just scoop more on top. Vinegar. It's just like, can I? Where are you going? I'm going to buy a bag of fries, and it's perfectly okay at that place. Yeah, Jerry was saying, he's like, we just got Wayback. It's not bad, actually. I don't know what Wayback is.
I don't know what Wayback is.
I'm not familiar with it. People saying the hot sauce is solid. Josh in the chat here is saying cranberry sounds awful. No,
is good.
Cranberries. Here's the thing. It can be a bit divisive because people either like the canned cranberry sauce or they like the homemade where it's pretty much just a pulp with some orange rind and, cinnamon, that kind of stuff in there. I like that one the best, the home style cranberry stuff. But look, whatever they use, if you're getting turkey and stuffing with gravy, throw some cranberry sauce on it. It's perfect.
I like the whole berry. The whole berry is really good. But for a sandwich, sometimes like the whole berry is the best. But there's something about being able to stack on a nice slice of that jellied cranberry sauce out of the can. You just like get a good thin slice and it stacks better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't dribble out the side. Yeah.
So that's what I like. Old Restless actually said something. Anyone like dipping French fries into mayo? Yeah, 100%.
That's where you get the malt vinegar. You put it on the fries and you dip them into mayo.
I do malt vinegar and mix it with ketchup. That's really good. And then I love mayo and French fries. Yeah, mayo and French fries the best. Yeah, like if you got served French fries and they have ketchup there to dip it in, I'll do it once in a while, but I'll ask for mayonnaise. The worst part about that is if they have the shitty mayonnaise that they give it to you. Mm-hmm. Like it looks like they squeezed it out of a thing, and you're like, oh, that's like the Heinz mayonnaise. Yeah, or a lesser known mayo. You can't be bothered with that. You got to get, the thing where it just looks like they scooped out a glob and threw it on a plate. I like doing the big waffle cut fries over at Chick-fil-A, and then you just take the mayo and just put like a layer on there. Just
their mayo isn't too bad. Yeah,
it's really good.
But if it's like when you go in the aisle and they show you the fancier mayos, like Sir Kensington,
or like a Duke's. Duke's is really good.
Duke's mayo
Duke's is not like high fancy, but it's better than like a Heinz.
Oh yeah, Duke's is up there with Hellman's. I grew up on Hellman's, so Hellman's is always going to be the 1 seed for me. But Duke's, like around the country, is like the top mayo. Yeah. So it's Hellman's and Duke's duking it out, pun. But yeah, you can't go wrong with either one of those. Jay Shep saying it's still 90 degrees here in Texas. It feels like summer still. So Thanksgiving is not even on the mind.
You have to will the fall into your area, because in Arizona, it's not much different. Like, we cooled down a little bit because we had some bad rain the last 5 days or so. So like, we got a little reprieve from the heat, but trust me, yeah, like it's not even remotely fall here, and I'm willing it into it. So I have to think about, things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and better weather, because otherwise I'll go insane.
Yeah, I hear you. Noodles in the chat saying, just like Jordan, he has transitioned as well. He's now on YouTube. Thank you for coming over. We welcome the Twitch people. Twitter people watch it, but I don't know if the Twitter stuff even comes in through the chat. So I'll have to look into that. But yeah, wherever you're watching us, perfectly fine. We prefer one over the other, but according to the terms of service at the other place, can't really say that. So you're welcome on any platform to come and join us. We do appreciate you hanging out with us here. Let's see what else we got here, because we got to move on to some other stuff. Publix, yes, Publix. If you're in an area in the South that has Publix makes good heroes
really good
in the supermarket itself. Plus, they also license to Boar's Head. So you get top quality stuff. Andy in the chat saying Publix has a turkey bacon pub sub with orange cranberry relish on it right now, and it's.
I think people are sleeping on the cranberry sauce. Like, you just get that nice sweet flavor. I think the cranberry sauce at the Firehouse didn't have the orange in it, so it was just straight cranberry. But like, I think with a little bit of that orange, that would have been really good too.
I think, but here's the thing: Thanksgiving sandwiches are nothing new. At least in this area of the country, they're very well known. So I'm wondering if it's just other areas that are finally getting into this, catching up, essentially having the Thanksgiving style sandwich be available at stores that normally you wouldn't get something like that. But yeah, you can get fresh carved turkey. I mean, if you got to do sliced turkey, whatever, but carved turkey, stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce, a little salt and pepper on there too. That's it. That's all you need. It's delicious. My chat just reset. Why can't I see the, hold on, close? That's weird. The whole thing closed down on me. All right, I got it back. All right, there, it's working. Oh, we saw that one already. But yes, good to know that you both.
I was going to say, you really like that one. That's going to be pinned. It's going to come up every now.
This is Tom from Alberta, right? He keeps changing his names on us. Mr. Sub was always better than Subway, but that has a lot of high school nostalgia, and it's in Canada. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, but I will take your word for it. Woodpit, hello, sir. Good to see you again. Had me cracking up with his Scorch impressions on Garrett and Steve. Yeah, I'm going to bring that clip over here because that's funny, because you don't know about Scorch, right?
I don't think so.
Scorch is a real quick thing. We're not going to go into him because it takes forever to explain Scorch, but he essentially looks like if a pirate was doing radio, right?
Nice.
And he has the same voice, has the same weird piercings, always talks with a toothpick in his mouth, has no hair in his head, but grows it out on the side in his beard. Dabbled in wrestling for a while. Claim to fame was that he discovered Triple H, and he was managing Triple H in the indie leagues before he got to WCW and then eventually going to WWE. Yeah, we'll have to bring some Scorch stuff in there. Maybe we have Garrett and Steve come on.
That would be great.
And then we could do some Scorch stuff there. Oh, that'd be good. All right, I'll talk to them, see if they want to come and do that.
We'll get really bad kitchen wallpaper backgrounds we can all match.
I think I have. Wait, you know what? Now that you said that, hold on. Let me check.
Every time I watch.
I know it's a hypnotic effect watching them.
It really is. It's just like I focus on it. It's crazy.
Hold on. I think enhance.
There it is.
There it is. That's their background, right?
Oof, it's rough.
Yeah, this is that virtual thing. I got to put the green screen up for it to work. But yeah, when you sit there and you watch their show like this, you're sitting there and like you're trying to find the schooner in the thing, and it just never shows
little
up.
Messages in the back. That's why people donate so much.
Yeah,
it's all in there.
Or then imagine being magically whisked away to Delaware. Hi, I'm in Delaware.
It's my favorite bit.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, other people are saying cranberry wine. Look, I don't know if you're not into cranberry, but on the sandwich, it makes a lot of sense.
So good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Gravy and French fries is underrated. That's a big thing here. That's a big thing here on the East Coast. They're called disco fries. So you get French fries that are covered in gravy and then melted cheese. The good places do melted mozzarella on it.
And the Canadian places do poutine, which is the cheese curd.
Cheese curds.
Which is fantastic.
Also fantastic. I'm saying the cheap places, and this could be anywhere, do gravy, and then they do like cheese whiz or melted Velveeta or
cheese
something
whiz
on
ready?
it.
Like I would think cheese whiz is just too much of the same consistency, like gravy and cheese whiz.
Well,
I would want like maybe like a shredded cheese, like maybe a shredded mozz or something like that.
Cheese whiz is one of the main attractions for tourist Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
Yeah, it's Philly cheesesteaks.
No, if you're a pro at this thing, you get the white sliced American melted in there instead of the cheese.
See, I did provolone on those kinds of things.
Even that is acceptable, but you upgrade to a solid cheese, not the liquid canned mess. Old Restless, extra fries and vinegar are the way to Eric's. What's wrong with that? You know what? It's having things like that in your life that says, look, I can make myself happy and not have to be like a billionaire, or I have to have so many massive achievements or whatever. There's little things in life that if it makes you happy on a daily basis, you're doing good. You're living your best life, that awful term that young people say. But yeah, so if somebody showed up with a brown bag of French fries and a thing of malt vinegar and go, here you go, I'd be like, yeah, all right, serve me the court papers. I'll take that. Thank you. Yes,
could you imagine? That's how you get served.
That's how I get served. I get served and I get served. And then I go in there and I sit there and enjoy the French fries while I'm reading that somebody's filing a lawsuit or something against me. Yeah, fantastic. Jerry Shepardine said my meal at Five Guys was like $18 in Jersey.
Well, he must have just got a small French fries and one burger, single patty. I
tried once. I'm not a milkshake person, but I tried once the last time I was there. I was like, everyone always raves about the milkshakes, and they had an orange cream sickle kind of milkshake at the time. It was damn good. I was like, all right, I get it. Still not dipping my French fries in it, but I get it.
Like I always give Rob a lot of crap for Shake Shack, but like their shakes are really spot on. Like they're good. I've never been into the food. Like it's just subpar to me, but he loves it.
Woodpit saying, I used to like the KFC potato wedges. Large box was like, I did too. And then
they brought them back.
I know, because I think so many people were pissed, and KFC's not doing well compared to a lot of other chicken places, right? I think like Raising Cane's is beating them, and they suck, and they only just do chicken tenders, and that's it. KFC still, is probably not in the glory days that it used to be, but it's still fantastic if you find a good KFC. The wedges were amazing. So much so that sometimes if you got the chicken bowl with the mashed potatoes and the corn and all that stuff,
one of my favorite meals.
You could still dip the wedges into the mashed potatoes. It was like cannibalizing them, but still, it was fantastic.
So good. Oh. I did try a Zaxby's. They finally put a Zaxby's close to us.
They don't have any here, but they sell the sauce in Walmart. I see the Zaxby's sauce there.
Interesting. I've never seen the sauce here, but they finally opened up a location here. It's the only one, and it's like 15 minutes from my house. And I tried it, and it's tasty. I think you would like it more than Raising Cane's for sure, because they also do like a wet chicken tender, so you get like the buffalo sauce or whatever. So it's like having a
Raising Cane's is such a simple concept that you should enjoy, but their Texas toast was bland. Their coleslaw was bland. Their sauce leaves much to be desired with all of that stuff. The one time I went, I was like, this is just not good. It was very
bad
basic
experience.
Yeah, and I know people rave about it and they go on about it. There's one in Manhattan, I think in the Times Square area or something like that, that everybody in New York always raves. Oh, the Raising Cane's is here. Yeah, so was Fat Burger and Carl's Jr., and you didn't support those either, and they went away. The one time they opened up on the East Coast, granted, you opened it up in the most expensive part of the city.
Oh, yeah.
But if you had chains like in the suburb areas or in the boroughs, I'm sure they'd be doing fantastic. Jay Shep from Texas, he's reminding us how bad the heat is. Ranch dressing with spicy fries and curly fries is, I'm with you on that too.
Every time I go to Jack in the Box, every time I get the curly fries, I get their ranch, and their ranch is really good. If
you get the ranch at an Arby's, because Arby's seasoned curly fries are great. But sometimes you want to dip them in the horsey sauce too. I mean, you could mix it up, live your best life, do whatever you want. Josh was saying, I went to Hardee's recently and that shit slaps. Yeah, that's the same thing as Carl's Jr. They're just the Midwest and the East Coast version of Carl's Jr. I've never been to a Hardee's. I used to see the signs all the time when we would drive down from New York to Florida, and you would see it on the highways there, Hardee's. And I was always wanted to go to a Hardee's, but we never had the opportunity to go and do that. Anthony Creech, just in. Have you already posted the black and white Ace Frehley picture yet? No, I haven't. It's Fraley, by the way, because it's Fraley's comment. Yeah, I didn't, but we did start off the show with this. So you got the teal version for the show. We were doing show prep and stuff when I found out about that. So I will get the photo up later.
That was
it's a contest now. People are, if they have photos with people, they're all racing to get it up, and it's like, where's your photo? It's like you're missing the whole point of why I do this. You're now just being ghouls. But
that was a weird story to come out today too, because for the longest time, everyone was reporting that he was just in the hospital. He was in critical condition, all this stuff, and like Rolling Stone broke it, and nobody else was running with it yet. And I'm sitting there going, does nobody like who's wrong here? Like, it was just weird. I thought it was like a Tom Petty situation where someone said he was dead and he wasn't, but then no one knew, and then it just kept going back and forth. But yeah, they finally confirmed it was a bummer. I'm not like the biggest Kiss fan. There was a few songs here and there that I like, but you know, it's never good to see this happen, especially since, you know, everything from our childhood and growing up is going away, including like actors and musicians that we all love. And I'm like, fuck, we're getting old.
Josh also saying Jim Norton has no one to toss him down the stairs anymore. That was Gene Simmons. Jim told Jim was in love with Gene Simmons, loved Kiss, loved Ozzy, loved Black Sabbath. Right. And it's a bad year for Jim. He's losing all his heroes this year. But he had a story about he was hanging out with Gene Simmons, and then one time Gene just picked him up and threw him down the stairs. Go look for that bit on YouTube. Good. It's pretty funny. I see some of these came in here. We have to address those. Super chats. Feel free if you're on the YouTube system to come and super chat the show. We will pay attention to them, and you'll just cut the line ahead of everybody else. Yeah, for our attention, our undying love and affection.
Like a fast pass to our heart.
It's exactly that. By the way, there's an AI video. I'm not a big AI fan for those kind of things. People send me AI videos all the time.
It's a lot.
And a lot of it's garbage, but there's a couple of trends that I saw that I'm going to put together and bring it in. One of them was the new Disney Fast Pass for the bathroom. Was pretty funny.
You have to send me that one.
Yeah, I'll bring that in. But anyway, Rick Reed for $9.99. Thanks.
No,
thank you, sir. Why should we thank him, Jordan?
Because that's Daddy's money. And all the Legos.
Yes. It goes to support his ongoing Lego addiction.
Which we
another one. Old Restless $5. I wonder if Thanksgiving sandwiches are a Northeastern thing. They might have been, but Maybe. You're seeing them more and more, especially now that these chains, like we said, Firehouse Subs, are starting to carry them around the country. So I think I mean, look, everything else is out there. They are all looking for what's something obscure and regional that we can exploit nationally and make more money off of. And that might be the next big thing coming out. You know, like when everyone discovered pomegranate, even though it's been around for like the beginning of time, and then pomegranate was in everything. Andy saying Northerner now in the South. I noticed they were kind of slow on adopting the gobbler. Yeah, I guess turkey's not as big as it is, in the northern states.
No. I always love it. I see his name pop up and I just want to chuckle.
Blimpies is a classic sad that is gone. Yeah, Blimpies actually. Wait, there are some?
There's still Blimpies.
Oh, because the original one was in Hoboken, which is, I think, maybe 30 minutes from me. It's right on the water next to New York City. That one's gone. And every other Blimpies that I ever knew existed is all gone too.
In fact, there are multiple stores in all over the country. They're opening stores new, and then there's coming soon stores. So, I mean, Blimpies is still around. Just depends on the area you're in. Like they even have a couple in Arizona.
Good to know. I wonder how well they're actually doing. We'll put saying at my workplace, we used to make a turkey cranberry cream cheese sandwich. Very good. Look, there's times and a place for cream cheese, and I don't think that's one of them. I know you're saying it's good, but cream cheese can piss me off in the wrong scenario. And I'm looking at you, Seattle, with your Seattle dogs. You know what a Seattle dog is?
Yes, I've seen it.
It's nauseating. Cream cheese on a hot dog. Ugh. No, it's just I'm gagging internally. All right.
My favorite bit, by the way. I want to just tell everybody this is what we do. Food is not just something we bring to the show. We have a chat between Eric, myself, and Hollywood agent Rob Stark, and all Rob sends us is food videos. And it's like my favorite time of the day because like there's like roast beef sandwiches, there's these giant like omelets that he's sending, and it's constant. Like that's all we're doing. And we have a theory that Rob is just so upset that he can't eat all this stuff. He has to send it to us, either in hopes that we'll just be like, oh, let's talk about it, or one of us vicariously
through us. Exactly. Because there's videos that he says, look, everything, and it's true. A lot of
it's in your area too,
in North Jersey or in Connecticut. And he says, look, everything in North Jersey is maybe 20 minutes from each other. He sends me things hoping that I will like them and that I will go out and try them and send him photos of me getting the actual item because he's living vicariously. That's your fault that he's all into his fitness and his health and all of that stuff. I mean, good on him, but also screw him too for sending all this stuff. He's enticing us with all this nonsense. But we are in agreement that new trend that's been going on with these Frankenstein foods.
Yeah, I don't like it.
There was a video I saw where somebody made they made homemade Big Macs, right? And then not homemade Big Macs. Sorry, that was a salad. I'll tell you about the salad in a second. They made 2 or 3 layer smash burgers. They put them in a giant tortilla. And then we're putting other stuff in there and then smashing it all down, then wrapping it up in a tortilla, making some kind of sauce to dip it in. You cut it open. So you've got like squashed smash burgers and all this stuff in it. That's gross. I like all of those things, but not together. Together, it's nauseating. And that seems to be the big trend where they're making, gigantic omelet pancakes where they essentially making a giant pancake, put all the stuff in the middle that you want, fold it over, put egg over it and do it all. It's like those concoctions. I get it. It's for social media attention, but it's still gross. And the people who would say, oh, I'll try that, block them immediately, report them for racism or something. Cause that's just gross. And then I have the videos where I get into fights with people over hot dog videos and keeps telling them they're not glizzies. And
I hate that term so much.
I know.
It's like kids saying 6'7", glizzy, all that stuff. No,
at least 6'7" means nothing, and it's something unique that they brought up, even though it means nothing. You're not renaming a cultural item, an historical cultural item. Well, they're not hot dogs anymore. They're glizzies. No, they're not. If you check the thing, glizzy was a term in DC. It was an old term for the hip hop community that would use for guns. They just called them glizzies there. Somehow it blew up online now, and that term was very old. And now they're called hot dogs or glizzies. It's like, I will punch all of you. If you're in there and ordering, if you go to not far from me, Rutt's Hut, one of the most legendary hot dog places in the United States. They're a very old school way. You walk in, there's fluorescent lighting that's buzzing. They've got the got the food order board with the snap-in letters, right?
Oh, that's old school.
They have there's nowhere to sit. It's all tabletop stuff. They have old-fashioned video game cabinets in there. They've got the Pepsi cups that have the wax lining in the paper cup.
I always love that.
You know what?
They even had the wax on the outside too. You like take your finger and you just like scrape it off,
like you would get at the ballpark back in the day, right? They have those kind of things there. It looks like you walked into the late 70s, and it's fantastic. They keep it that way, and they're cash only. It's all fantastic. If you go in there, start pulling that shit, those guys will come around and you're dead. They just throw you over that wall that goes next to the highway, and you're gone. They're hot dogs. Why am I getting so mad? I don't know.
Tom the Ripper. Oh,
yeah.
So good.
Look through some of the chats because I see it's going. So if there's stuff to bring up, please let me know. I'm going to get this ready because last week we talked about energy drinks. I don't know why this is becoming an ongoing subject.
It's your new thing now.
on here. I spent my entire life never drinking them. In the last 3 months, they've just consumed my life. So we'll start off with this. I talked about, hey, somebody introduced me, or no, I don't know if somebody introduced me or I found out about the Welch's grape energy drink that goes.
I think someone gave it to you. Someone gave you one.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks back, and then I'd seen it before, but I'd never had it. And after you told me how good it was, I went and got one myself. It's
fantastic. It's the best. Really good. And then I found that brand C4. Mm-hmm. They have a Hawaiian Punch version. Also fantastic. Well, then I start expanding. I go, what other flavors do they have here? Now, C4 has ties into Jolly Rancher and something else. Popsicle. The Popsicle brand. Their popsicle flavor ones are good. I have not tried the Jolly Rancher flavor yet. There's a bunch of different Jolly Rancher flavors. Haven't tried them. Ghost had an orange creamsicle one, which I tried. The one that everyone's raving about right now is a raspberry cream kind of thing, and it's garbage. Everyone online saying how great it is. It's terrible. I can't stand it, and it really is an abomination. But they had an iced tea lemonade version, and then it disappeared after the summer. I had to do some research because I was so pissed. I couldn't find it anywhere. They discontinued it. I can't order it online. I can't get it anywhere. They discontinued it. Now, Ghost has other flavors that they tie in with other properties. They have whoever the candy company is that does Sour Patch Kids. I don't know who owns them, but they have different Sour Patch Kids flavors. They also have a Swedish Fish energy drink, which I have not tried that either because I'm not a Swedish Fish fan. But people have said they love that too. Well, while searching for the iced tea lemonade, I'm reading whoever this company is that they have the partnership with these flavors. Ghost got acquired by another company, and a company that the candy company doesn't want to do business with. So they're letting the agreement run out. So in 2026, those flavors all disappear. The Sour Patch Kids, the Swedish Fish, all that nonsense, all of that's going away. So I'm wondering how they're going to rebrand and do all of this stuff with that shit going on. Bring back the iced tea. It was one of the few times I found an iced tea that was actually fantastic in a can. Bottle is one thing. Snapple just announced they're bringing their stuff back in glass bottles.
Right. I hope it's the old stuff though.
Yeah,
like the new stuff with the glass.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever go back to the old recipes, but the old glassed iced teas from Snapple were fantastic because they started in like the White Plains area, which is north of Manhattan. It was legendary here. You'd go and get a bacon, egg, and cheese or a bagel with something, and you'd get a Snapple. Most people got Yoo-Hoos, but you also would get a Snapple.
Right.
They're peach, raspberry, regular, fantastic. They used to make a mint iced tea that I loved. Mint iced tea Snapple was fantastic. And all of that went away.
The maker that you were trying to think of was not Vandalays. It was Mondelez is the one who does the Swedish Fish and the
Sour Patch Kids.
What did you say? Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Vandalays are importer exporters, aka Vandalay Industries.
And you wanted to be my Vandalay salesman. I know that's not the right line, but it's just funny to say. So yeah, Snapple's bringing back their drinks in the glass bottle, which might be too little too late at this point. Anyway, the energy drink stuff. So this also ties into the subject we talked about recently about everything that I like seems to get discontinued and goes away. Yeah, I'm seeing everybody at Snapple. It was very 80s in New York City and the very 90s. Yeah, it was. It was huge around here. Everybody had Snapple. It was fantastic. So yeah, Ghost is going to undergo some of these changes, and Ghost does a lot of partnerships with Twitch streamers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if C4 does too, but I know Twitch does. C4 used to be tied into WWE before what's his name came. Well, Logan Paul came around. Now it's all Prime, so they got rid of the C4 deal.
I've been seeing a lot of Ghost at like concerts, like festivals, like the Innings Fest was giving away and selling Ghost. I know when I went to we were young. I think it was like the orange can. I think one of them was like that straw bango one. Oh, I think you may have that on. Yeah, I think one of them was one of those.
The ones that were dropped off to me last week. The straw bango.
They do like two flavors, like that one, and then like a punch one or something like that.
This was the electric lemonade one.
Yeah.
That was dropped off to me too. So I have all those. For the ghost ones, I get the Welch's grape or I get the orange creamsicle. You got to put them in the fridge. I mean, they're okay if you, any of those things are,
any warm energy drink is disgusting.
You have to have it in the fridge. So when you open it up cold, it's amazing. C4, like I said, had the Hawaiian Punch one that I loved, and they have the grape popsicle. The cherry popsicle is also good. I'm having a hard time finding the Hawaiian Punch ones. Like they're just not getting refilled in 7-Eleven or some of the stores. I found a case for $27 on Amazon, so I ordered that. That's coming in.
That's bad because like I'll go to like Costco and buy a big case of Monster energy drinks to last me maybe 2 weeks if I'm lucky, and that's like 2 a day.
Yeah, they are expensive, but look, it's fantastic. I could be addicted to worse things in my life. I just I bullshit myself with that. It's like, well, at least I'm not smoking and doing hard drugs.
Yeah, that's how I think of it.
I'm just constantly, supercharging my heartbeat every few hours with this stuff here. I did wind up. I was in the store the other day, early in the morning, to get bread and stuff. Because in my area on Sunday, if you don't go in the morning, all the bread is sold out because Sunday meals and what have you. So I went in early to get something, and I'm in, and I don't know why they do this, but I'm in the aisle for the register. And each aisle has like their impulse items, the candy display, and they have little fridges. But each aisle has different product in the fridge, which you'd think would be more, uniform, but it's not. I look and I was like, I want to get it like a pure leaf iced tea. They don't have it there. And I'm looking into this thing, I'm like, oh, this is all Monster drinks and stuff. I'm not a Monster fan. But then I see this can and I'm looking at it and it says, does that say tea? And Monster has a tea lemonade thing. And I said, all right, you know what? I'll give it a try. I was amazed how good a canned iced tea was. Because canned iced tea has been terrible forever. Brisk ruined that in the 90s. Like it's just been garbage ever since. But if you see this out in the wild, it's Monster Rehab, the tea lemonade. I was surprised how good it was. And I was sitting there, I'm like, should I rethink my position on Monster? And then I was like, no, but I will still do the tea lemonade once in a while.
They have a new Monster they just hit the market. I tried it the other day. And even though it's full sugar, it was tasty. And I hate the name. It's called Bad Apple, and it's got a woman on there with an apple on it.
Oh,
it
wait.
Tastes like
that is a Monster thing, right?
It is. So
yeah, I've seen that one. Okay.
Just came out like within the last 2 weeks, and it tastes like that Martinelli's apple cider, like the kids drink if they can't drink champagne, like to make toast.
Yeah.
But as an energy drink, and it was actually really, really good. The problem with it is that it's just full sugar. And I'm like, I don't need to drink 500 calories of apple drink. You know what I mean? Like, but it was tasty. Like, I'll try the new ones, but it was really good.
All right,
this is the one I had today.
Noodles is being a dick, but he's right. He says, well, yeah, you start drinking energy drinks more because you're doing the show at 2 a.m. your time. All right, look, fair criticism.
He's not wrong.
But, I don't need the mirror turned on me right now. I get it.
Whose show is this?
All right, well, show the drink that you had there.
The one I just finished before the show was the Ultra Vice Guava.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I've seen that can.
It's pretty good. I like this one.
I always confuse that with the Arizona iced tea can.
It looks very similar. They have a new one coming out next month. It's like passion fruit. I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, we say all this because it ties into many things. Accidentally getting into the energy drink craze. The fact that I wound up liking some flavors when I didn't think I would be dealing with any of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the flavors I do like getting discontinued because that is my luck. It turns out it's like when I find something I really enjoy, oh, you're the only one that's been buying this. And then it goes away. And I'm
you're the one.
I always find it way too late, the things that I like before they go away. So I have that problem too. Another flavor that I loved is been discontinued.
Mm-hmm.
So, Celsius?
Yes.
They have the large cans called Essentials.
I don't think I've had a large can of it.
So they have 6 or 7 flavors, but 3 of them are really good. One, they have an orange creamsicle one. Fantastic.
Sounds good.
They have a grape slush flavor. Fantastic. My favorite was Celsius Essentials Fruit Burst, which was their version of a fruit punch. And I'll say this, if you're trying new brands of energy drinks, it seems that fruit punch is the gateway to a lot of this. If the fruit punch is good, then you're more willing to try other flavors. Like I seem to like the fruit punch one. That's the one I gravitate to the most in any type of brand.
You liked the Monster Rehab tea and lemonade. They make a peach tea version that you may enjoy.
This
you have it in front of you
on my desk for well over a year. No, it's not the peach tea.
Oh, okay.
Ultra Peachy Keen.
Oh, that one's great.
I've never opened it because I just didn't like Monster. But look, you can see how long it's been sitting there.
Layer of dust on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I do that all the time. I bought these, and I may have actually sent one to you. This is a limited edition Sprite Vanilla Frost. You know when this came out? Last Christmas, because they're re-releasing this Christmas.
Yes.
We have yet to open it. This is how far behind we are on the consumer stuff.
I know. So we have those. I've got the cherry lime one.
Right.
I have the Sprite iced tea one that's still upstairs in the fridge.
Right.
And then we got the Coca-Cola cherry float coming out, which looks fantastic. Anyway, energy drink stuff. So Celsius discontinued the Fruit Burst one. I go, that's the best one. The one I liked, and now it's gone. Because they have to ruin everything that I enjoy. I'm being very selfish about this. And everything I love, people have to get rid of because I love it. And that's why I hate the world sometimes. Because they're slighting me based on the items that I enjoy. Tom said,
got to get on there much sooner.
Yeah, Tom from Alberta saying the peach tea Monster is also great. Artificial peach flavor usually has gross aftertaste, but this one doesn't. I do enjoy peach. Well, so I had somebody else drop off some energy drinks for me.
Now people just pulling up, loading in boxes of energy drinks and then leaving. Like at this point, we're not even sponsored, but you seem to be getting a lot of free merch.
Here's what's fun. Oh, it's not the companies sending this.
No,
stuff.
I'm aware.
It's fun when you have friends and neighbors and what have you that either find the show, watch the show, see the social media post, find the consumer. They become obsessed with looking for things in stores to see if we've tried them or not, right? I am the Grim Reaper of all things. That's too wordy, but you know what? That could be the show title. Grim Reaper of all things delicious. That could be the show title. Thank you. So people go and they find stuff and they're like, do you have this? Like I have people who text me photos. Giddles does it once in a while. Giddles isn't into it because he lives a normal human life, but he'll say, I just found these at the dollar store or something.
His bit is to find everything at the dollar store.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're really good finds. And I'm like, damn, I have to go find it at my dollar store. And I don't have that same luxury. Like for living in the city, he gets a lot of things shoved into the dollar store that I don't get out in the sticks here in Arizona. Like it's, right. I'm actually jealous of his Dollar Tree or whatever.
Joshua saying Jones Soda is pretty food. I think he meant pretty good, but
no, pretty food. He likes the way it looks. He likes the pictures on the bottles.
He gropes himself while looking at the black cherry. Yeah. Jones Soda are good. They're a bit pricey, but they are fantastic. I think Jones Soda has that blue soda too, which is weird. Mm-hmm. They have like a raspberry blue, whatever thing. Anyway, soda, energy stuff was dropped off to me. So between this, what I'm going to show you and the 4 that I have from last week,
just going to drink them all down playing
one
CFDs
is the
this
Jolt
weekend.
Cola, by the way, that we haven't tried yet. I'm going to let the audience pick which one I'm going to consume tonight, because I did notice while editing last week's show towards the end of segment 2, I'm bebopping, scatting around. I'm like, I noticed, I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of
all these shows being very like frantic in their edits.
Maybe that's why maybe that's why we were going 5 hours, because I didn't know how to stop the show because of this.
It happens.
All right. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that was dropped off to me and we'll let you pick which one I'm going to consume tonight. First off, as another Monster drink was sent to me. There's a Nitro brand.
Oh yeah, that one's it's like that. It's supposed to be less bubbles and smoother tasting.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how Pepsi did a Nitro.
Oh, it's like
Nitro beers.
Dunkin' Donuts has the nitrous coffee now.
Yeah, that's the bit.
Okay. That Pepsi Nitro was garbage. It's like I don't want to taste like a coffee film.
I don't want to have homework to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like you can't just open a can and drink it. You'd have to like open it, hold it upside down into the bottle, let it just pour out. Yeah, that's too much.
All right. So the first one that was given to me this week, Monster Energy Nitro Cosmic Peach.
Might be good.
That could be good. So we have that. Next is a company I'm not familiar with called Bucked Up.
I've seen those like the QT here.
All right, so it says Bucked Up Energy. This one is a Miami tropical punch.
The one thing I do think about when I think of deer hunting and bucked up is Miami.
I know, right? This is another bucked up one. This is called Breezy Blast, which looks like a pina colada kind of thing.
Interesting. The only ones I ever saw with those were like you said, a fruit punch. I think they had God, what other flavors did they have? I just remember fruit punch.
I don't know if we could get away with a show title called Bucked Up the Keister, but I'm glad you guys are, using your brain power. And
I like it.
Being creative. That's very important. Keep at it. Okay. So that's 3 that we have so far. Then there's a company called G Fuel. Did you put this back up? I thought I took that off.
I did not. You just really liked that title.
I guess so. Let's see what here. John Troutman in chat saying Bucked Up gives me goosebumps and I was bouncing off the walls. Interesting. What's the caffeine level on this? Because I've been reading some of these too. Some of them like G4 and Ghost are 200 milligrams of caffeine. Mm-hmm. Some are 150, so they're not as much. And then there's one I saw that was 300, and I think I got to try to remember. I'll go buy the 300 one and do that on a show. I'll just power chug it. Remember how you used to shake the soda can and bite into the side and shotgun it that way?
I have a tool that you can do. It hooks to the bottom of the can. It smashes into it, and you can shotgun through this like little tube.
Right.
Just start shotgunning monsters on the show and see what happens.
So I have a couple of Well, let me see what the caffeine. Do they tell you what the caffeine thing is here?
I know that next year in 2026, Liquid Death is putting out their own version of an energy drink, which should be interesting.
Liquid Death is hit or miss. Like it's so.
It is.
I don't buy into the marketing with it, but like I tried that peach one. I've tried their iced tea lemonade one. That one really was kind of meh. It was very bland.
Oh, you're talking about what used to be the what was it? Armless Palmer.
Yeah.
And they changed it to the Dead Billionaire because they were getting sued by the family of Arnold Palmer.
I'm looking at here. This says 200 milligrams of vitamin B12. So I guess that's what they're doing with this.
We got Chips and Sips saying if you drink cannabis sodas, you should review those too. We actually have a friend that a buddy of yours. He was selling those. I think it was like the one with the frog on the giant bicycle label. I remember seeing it.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think. There's a couple of them.
I have a couple of cans. I think in my cabinet. In the kitchen. There's a Honey Crisp Apple THC one.
That sounds really good.
And then there's a Black Cherry one. So, all right, I'll bring those down and to the studio and we'll do that. Anyway, G Fuel. I saw somebody explaining G Fuel. Where is Woodpit? G Fuel is the stuff that streamers all hawk. Okay, so this. All right, that makes
Noodles
sense.
is saying G Fuel is amazing, and then he has the powder tubs of it. So
but that's like pre-workout stuff, right? Isn't that?
That's what they're marketing a lot of this stuff too. Just not having to mix it yourself.
All right. Well,
I'm just gonna snort it.
These are video game themed, so that probably makes sense that they're.
Is that the Sonic the Hedgehog one?
Yeah, actually.
It's funny. Yeah.
Peach Rings. Where's
Makes sense.
Sonic on there? There he is, right there. There's Sonic. But yeah, this is Peach Rings, and this one has Pac-Man on it. and it's
that's topical.
It's called Power Pellet Cherry Lollipop.
God, they're getting really creative. I mean, I like the packaging.
Yeah, the packaging is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. Like I'm the same way with like beers or like different alcohols. Like if the packaging's cool, I might try it. It may taste like garbage, but
this is 104. So this is even lower than I've seen. 140 milligrams.
Well, now you can drink 2 or 3 of them.
At the same time, get a beer helmet with 2 giant energy drinks.
Could you imagine
the straws?
Just like the weird green color.
Then they dropped off this thing here because they know I have the water bottles that I do, like Crystal Light and what have you. This thing's called Peak H2O, but it's an energy drink. Orange cream, 80 milligrams.
Is it a powder?
Yeah. They dropped this off.
I mean, I don't think anybody in the audience should pick the powder. That's just gonna be more work, and this will be a 5-hour show. We have to wait for him to fill up his water bottle, and I just don't.
Well, yeah, the powder's not on the table here, but
take that off.
So, from the flavors that you guys have seen, we'll leave it up to the chat here. Which one do you vote for me to drink and start losing my mind into the night?
Well, while we're doing that, let's go back to a few things here. We've got. Let's see. I gotta find the sounder here.
Super chats. I'll hit it.
Okay, cool. All right, we got Old Restless. I wonder if we did that one, right? Yeah, we did that one.
We did that one. All right.
Yeah, which one? We got a couple of them. Here we go. Gonna answer a question.
The beef with a $5 super chat. E-Rock, Sweet Hogry Boy. Which was worse, Cinnamon Challenge or Sam's Crow Magnum Dad's Greatest Treats? Cinnamon Challenge, obviously. I mean, Sam's
that almost killed you.
Fucking. Buttermilk is disgusting, but yeah, cinnamon almost killed me. So I'll have to go with the cinnamon one. But thank you for the $5. It's going to a good cause. More Legos for Jordan.
What's that cause? Hit that again. Our boy Gary Gay Boobs again.
For $5. Love you both in the show. Be sure to say my name when Daddy uses this to buy his Legos. Thank you, Gary Gay
I will,
Boobs.
and I'll record it.
There you go. All right. Let's see. Bagsley, you snort the powder. Not for free, Chad. I won't. I can't remember how much the Jolt Cola had. He's voting with the Jolt. Let me see.
Jolt.
Chia. Jolt has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. And then the strawberry Strawbango has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it as well.
My thought is that you go with the lower ones just so you don't, stay up all night.
No, that's you being responsible. I'm leaving it up to the audience.
I'm going to be up all night anyway. Like, I'm always up.
Well, if somebody would send you energy drinks, then you could be up here. We'll be up because we could finish the show and then I'll go right into the Halloween event for Phasmophobia and I'll be up all night playing that.
Right.
Do we have any consensus from the chat here of what they're looking?
Well, Jolt, Woodpit's saying that. Jen's not voting, but it's
go ahead.
It's
like a liquor store. Yeah. Yep.
Noodles saying I vote for the one with the silliest name. That could be anything. Let's see.
We can't do polls on this thing, right?
Nah, I mean, I don't know how to do it. We probably sell it up.
All right. Well, the chat's not really
just drink 2.
Handling not really handling the assignment well.
Peach tea. Vote from Tom.
G Fuel stands for gamer. All right, that makes all the sense in the world why they're all tied in for gamer.
Ooh, here we go. We have 2 for Jolt, so that's the winner. There, we ended it.
Damn it! I was hoping for a fruit flavor, but all right, we're gonna go with Jolt. I'll do the Jolt. Do you have any Adderall? My vote is to crush that up and put in your Celsius.
Could you imagine? Oh my god!
Well, if I had Adderall, crush it up and throw it into the Jolt like Mentos and Diet Coke.
Just do like a jungle juice version and just mix a bunch of them together.
Yeah. We can't remember all the choices. All right. Speed
That's
round.
True. They can't rewind. So
okay, here we go. Speed ready? Here we go. Cherry lollipop. Peach rings. Cosmic peach nitro. I'm guessing like Miami Tropical Punch, this Coconut Berry Blast.
You open up the Miami one, it tastes like a Cubano. It's like, ew.
You just start hearing Miami Sound Machine drums playing. The Limeade, the Strawbango, the Jolt. Oh, we forgot about this one. This was from last week. Gorilla Mines Black Cherry Vanilla.
Didn't you try the Gorilla Mines last week? A different flavor. So I think stick away from the brand.
It was called like Patty's Tea or something.
That's right.
That one wasn't that bad.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah. All right. Now we're seeing some people here.
Peach tea. It's Tom voting 3 times. So
peach tea, cherry lollipop, peach tea, cherry lolly. Thank you. Thank you so much. She's so polite. Black cherry vanilla sounds good. All right, so I think we're down to peach tree or the cherry lollipop seems to be the two flavors here.
Peach tea. Go with the peach tea.
Is it tea though?
Which one is the nitro or the other one? Didn't you have 2 peach flavors? You have peach rings and peach.
Oh, that's nitro. What it was. Yeah. So
now narrow it down.
Peach rings. All right. Yeah. So I don't have a peach tea one, but I have the peach rings or the peach monster nitro.
And you can hurry up because this is riveting stuff, guys. We got stuff to do. We're an hour in.
Yeah. We don't have a Mr. T flavor, although that would be fantastic. I would
just taste like the cereal, like Pee-wee. I pity the fool who eat my cereal.
All right. Looks like everyone's saying the monster one. So,
monster nitro. Nitro, funny cars. Monday, Sunday. Nitro. Oh, you could hear the nitro fizz.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
It's gonna hurt you. I'm excited for that one.
It smells like the peach candy rings that they would have at the 7-Eleven checkout. All right, let's see.
That's smooth.
It's not bad. I think it would be better cold. But is this not sugar free?
No.
Oh my God. 50 fucking grams of sugar in this thing.
Yeah, good luck.
55. 210 calories in this. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. The only ones that are sugar free with the monsters are usually the ultras. So anything like with ultra, like the Ultra Vice Guava. I have there's an Ultra Paradise, which is a green one that tastes kind of like a kiwi, which is really good. So Bagsley saying, say goodbye to your foot. Yep. Sorry, diabetes. Wilford Brimley. It's the Wilford Brimley energy drink. You're going to get diabetes.
My pupils are going to get that. Are they?
Are all dilated.
They might be getting there. I don't know.
Your pupils are going to look like you're watching some kind of Japanese anime show.
Chips and Sips saying, love when E-Rock does his challenges. I look forward to see what happens in a half an hour. All right.
Yeah.
Timer on. We'll see what happens. Why did my volume get so much louder?
I was going to say, I'll probably just throw down one of these edibles. 45 minutes later, someone's getting high and someone,
So let's actually get into some of the stuff we wanted to talk about.
Right.
Wanted to throw another update out at you people because a bunch of you have asked. We've been keeping tabs on what's been going on with Game Pass and how Xbox jumped it up to $30 a month now, which is uncalled for and ridiculous. And I said I was shopping around doing different prices and trying to see if I can get a better way for the subscriptions. And I have some news for you. I had to mute myself.
It's already happening.
So I decided to downgrade from the Ultimate Pass to the PC Pass.
Okay.
Right? It's still like 100 games available. You still get all first day releases. You just don't get like the console crossover games, which I don't give a shit about. I got a 3-month gift card for $29.
Okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, considering that.
What is that, 15 a month or is it 20?
I think it's 16 something a month.
Okay, so you're saving $5 a month. It's not bad.
Right. So I got that for $29. They also had the 3-month Game Pass Ultimate, $54. Now, 3 months would be $90. It's $54.
It's good. It's really
That's
good.
very good. So if you're looking to do anything with your Game Pass subscription, surprising to the website that had this stuff really cheap. So you should go now this weekend before they change it again. Newegg had, I usually go there for computer parts,
Right.
But they had the gift cards there. They had the sales and everything going on there. So if you want to get the 3-month Ultimate Game Pass for Xbox, $54 at Newegg, and then $29 for the PC 3-month. If you
now, again, I'm lazy and I just keep mine on a recurring charge. This is for people who don't mind having to re-up with the code every 3 months.
Right.
So yeah, they don't stack.
Well, you can stack these.
Have you? They do those now? Because most of the time they've shut that off because they've caught on to us.
Right, but you have to look for the verbiage for each card, because they'll say the 1 month thing and it says non-stackable.
Right.
You can look for a 3 month, 6 month, 12 month thing in there, and it does not say that they're not stackable.
Okay, I might try that this weekend then.
So
yeah, that's a good deal.
I bought the card digitally. Yeah. Send me the code. I went to my Microsoft account and went into the the billing section, added the code, boom, and then it refreshes the page and says your next billing date is not until January 1st for Game Pass. I was like, nice. All right, cool, all done. And then I went and was going to buy another one, but I only bought this as an extension because stuff's busy right now. I have a lot of games that I play that are only through Xbox, but you can get the Steam equivalent. You just need to go into the game and turn on the cloud features so that it can transfer your stuff over if you're going to play the Steam version.
Right.
I haven't done that for Sea of Thieves. I haven't done that for No Man's Sky. I haven't done it for a few other games. So I said, you know what? I don't want this to, expire and then I'm fucked. So I bought that card for now, gave me another 3 months, and I'll start moving all my games over to Steam.
And then hold off. You're going to see a lot of Black Friday Steam deals. You probably could see these for like $10.
Right. But I mean, for $29 for 3 months of the PC pass, I was like, that's pretty damn good. So people always ask, where, when we talk about this stuff, where am I looking, where I would go? So I found so far right now, currently, as we do this show, Newegg of all places has the cheapest prices for gift cards for your game subscription. So
nice.
Go and check that out. We had a merchandise company reach out to us.
Ooh.
Offering, it's like, hey, we've been checking out your stats and stuff, social media, all this. And it's like, have you considered doing merchandise? I know the sales pitch. We get them all the time because Teespring is always constantly trying to get us to do some stuff. But there's this other company, and I think it's called Fourth Wall. And the people, they're saying they represent Fourth Wall, and I'm looking at their email extension, and it's not Fourth Wall, it's a different company. So I take their email extension and I search that for their .com, and it takes you right to Fourth Wall. I go, so why is this sales agency thing going to Fourth Wall? This might be a scam that they just bought a .com, right, redirected to that thing to make it look like they do. So they're like, we can explain all this stuff to you. And I said, how come your company doesn't have anything to do with the company you're saying that you represent? What do you mean? And I break down, I go, I even went through like GoDaddy and another website. I go, oh, look, the ownership doesn't seem like it's owned by Fourth Wall here. So I'm going to have to say, I think this is bullshit. No, thank you. A couple days go by. Somebody from Fourth Wall emails me. With their company extension and what have you, saying it's like, we have other companies that we do business with that go out there to do sales and all of this stuff. And he's like, we really would like to do some stuff with. I haven't responded back to it yet because I don't know, but I was surprised after a couple days and he's telling them to go fuck off. You look like a scam. That the company. Now I got to dig a little bit more to see if this guy really works at the company, even though he's got the email extension. That can also be a dummy, like a clone thing. I'll do a little bit more research, but if that's the case,
pretty soon, it's Eric Nagel the T-shirt. It's Eric Nagel the cereal. It's Eric Nagel the flamethrower. You're gonna get a little doll. You're gonna pull it.
Why not?
The kids love that one.
Then we're just a step away from an energy drink endorsement.
If you give me an energy drink endorsement,
like you need to drink 4 per show, and then we'll pay you a set dollar amount. Like
sure,
done.
Speaking of games, Gary was saying. No, you know what? I am remiss. I will not say Gary Gay Boobs because that's the best name ever. Steam Deck is to go. Laying in bed, playing PC games while sipping G Fuel and eating a bag of fries. Live like a king. I have a Steam Deck. I love my Steam Deck. It's fantastic.
That's a perfect way to spend a rainy Sunday or Saturday afternoon.
Sipping energy drinks, laying in bed, playing PC games.
Just kind of diving into an endless bag of Five Guy fries. Why not?
That's what we need. It's Eric Nagel energy drink.
Yeah, Noodles is saying, did Fourth Wall ask Eric for $1,000 to release funds from a band, and once they release them, they'll give him $10,000? It's like they will give you infinite amount of those hieroglyphic stickers, you know, the metal backgrounds. It reflects the light. It's Eric Nagel, also from Noodles. It's Eric Nagel energy drink, and then when I start drinking it, he's going to discontinue. That's the gimmick. I put it out. We sell out the first week, and then it's discontinued. You'll never get that flavor.
That's
again.
The show title.
It's Eric Energy. Oh my god, that's pretty good too.
300 milligrams of fun. It's a good one.
I will say this. I forgot this until just now. I had to go to CVS and pick up some prescriptions for my kid because she's got seasonal allergies. They got to do this thing with a nebulizer, but it's like the stuff you put into the nebulizer is a prescription, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's
an energy drink.
Well, kinda, because I went there and there was a line, and it's always old people. I'm like, it's 2:00 on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Love just going to the. I think every time I go to get something from a prescription, I think, oh, I'm gonna go at this time. There's always a line of old people.
It's always
That's all
old
they
people.
gotta do.
So, I said, I'm a little run down. I went over to the drink section and got myself a C4 cherry popsicle, right? And I realized I had been drinking it and waiting a long time because by the time I got to the register to give my information to get the prescriptions, the can was almost empty, right? So put it down there and get all the prescriptions. And then she's trying to ring up the drink. And she goes, this isn't working. I said, what? She goes, yeah, this isn't working. I go, oh, I wasn't going to ring up the drink. You paid for this already? I said, no, but with prescriptions, in my medical plan, I have a card.
Yeah.
That pays in advance, no tax, all that stuff. For prescriptions, won't pay for the fucking energy drink. I said, no, I'll ring that up separately.
You can get that covered under medical? With all the vitamins in there, it's a vitamin.
Yeah, there's $1.40 copay for every energy drink that I get.
It's cheaper than what they charge.
So she has this stuff. They got to go in the back and do some kind of concoction stuff. They mix it all up. So while I'm there, the section next to me, the lady goes, she goes, I see that you're available for a flu shot. Would you like to get that now? And I said, yeah, all right. I had time. I go, okay, I'll do that. And then they keep trying to bundle in with the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, all right. She goes, okay. So it's going through and she goes, so it's this and then it's it. I go, I don't want the other stuff. And she looked at me. She goes, what? And I go, no, I don't want that stuff. She goes, oh, it's covered under your insurance. I go, yeah, I'm good. And she goes, okay. And she's going through the stuff and whatever. And she's not trying to upsell me on this thing. She doesn't give a shit. She's just, I guess, a little thrown off that somebody was denying the stuff that insurance covers. Right. And I said, yeah, I'll just do the flu shot. And then towards the end, before she goes, you sure you don't want that? I go, absolutely. I just want the flu shot. I don't want the other stuff. Okay, no problem. I go and I wait and I go into that little booth area that's supposed to be discreet because you're getting a shot or something like that, but it's like a glass wall, so everyone just sees you sitting in an isolated corner.
What's great because when you're on the inside, it's all mirrored, so you can't see out, but they can see in.
Yeah, right.
Like, damn it.
Yeah, Bagsley saying it's flu shot plus, and
God, I know, right?
So I go to get the flu shot, and lady's very nice, it's very quick, gets it, everything ready, does that. An older Spanish lady, right? She's adorable. She puts the little red heart CVS Band-Aid on me, right? So I'm putting my hoodie back on and I turn around and she's shaking a clear bucket. She goes, would you like a candy?
Oh, that's amazing.
I was like, oh, I love this lady. She said, I said, no, thank you. I'm good. I go to leave. I have the prescriptions. I have, everything. I got the flu shot. I'm walking out. I go through the store. I get to the car. I'm starting to feel weird. And I go, what's going on? And it feels like kid you not, I feel it going through
You know what?
here.
You
and
took
through
candy from a
here.
stranger, Eric. That's what they warn you every year.
What, taking candy from the stranger?
From a stranger. And
I beg strangers to give me candy and they won't.
every year.
No, so I didn't have the candy or anything, right? I just had the flu shot. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm feeling a little weird. I feel like my heart's racing a little bit. And I feel like I can feel whatever it is going through my vein system in my arms, right? So I'm feeling it through here into the palm of my hands. And I'm going, what the fuck's going on? And I'm sitting there, I'm trying to calm down for a second. I crank the AC up because I'm getting really overheated. I'm sitting there, and then I realize, I look down, I go, you asshole just drank a giant can of an energy drink and had a flu shot happen at the same time. So it's fucking up my
Your
system.
body's fighting each other right now.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there. Yeah, so the injection
That's funny.
Can you hear
Never
me?
thought of that. Yes.
Why can't I hear me? Oh, great. More problems. Yeah, so like the energy drinks in my system, the flu vaccine gets in there and they're like, hop on, boys, I'll get you there quick. And he's like the guy that drives the carts in the back end of a stadium. It's like,
so funny.
The artist needs to get over to that. No problem. They're just driving the
airport guy.
Yeah, he's the 16-wheel golf cart is escorting the flu vaccine through my veins at breakneck speed. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, because I honestly thought, I'm like, am I mutating? Like, am I is this my X-Men moment?
Start glowing.
Yeah. So I got home and I realized my heart's beating fast. I'm overheated. That thing's in there. I was like, maybe I need to not drink a whole energy drink when I went to get a shot. Noodles in the chat said, I've been drinking too many energy drinks lately. Can you hear me? Why can't I hear me? It's already started. Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
So still got about half a can left in this.
That's really funny.
So yeah, got my flu shot. Got all of that. I want to switch to you because I have a kid story I want to get into, but that might take a little bit. But I want to turn it over to you because it's been all me for the start of all this stuff. Jordan, much to my dismay and not listening to my better judgment of him, insists on going out and doing things.
Yeah,
he likes to go out and live a life, and I'm so against it. But he just, when kids grow up, they don't listen to their parents anymore. So, where did you go this week?
So last week I went to a concert with my kid, went down to Tucson. Well, Tucson apparently is the happening place because yesterday I was down there and went and saw a Twin Peaks live Q&A with not all the stars, but some of the stars. I actually
kind of jealous of that.
Yeah. So my brother and I down in Tucson went and saw a Q&A. What was cool about this is that they played the last episode of season 2, the big cliffhanger that lasted for 25 years before they did the revival show. They let us watch that on a big screen. So we got to watch that last episode where
that was the one where he's walking through the Black Lodge in the red room and stuff all the time, right? Where he's chasing himself.
Yep.
Okay.
And it was a big cliffhanger, and you find out he gets left in the red room, and then Bob is taking over his version, the doppelganger.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so awesome. Like seeing that on the big screen, that was an experience I didn't think I was going to have, but it was fun. And then they did like a little intermission. You go buy some merch, mingle with all the other weirdos with Twin Peaks, people dressed up as Cooper, people are bringing logs. It was fun. And then they did a Q&A. Oh, that's awesome.
I have the key tag from
the Great Northern Hotel.
Yeah, look at that. So that's
really
his
cool.
room. Clean place, reasonably priced.
That's pretty cool.
It's one of my favorite. So
they had one of the producers from the show from season 2 and season 3, which is the revival show. She was there. They had Ray Wise, Laura Palmer's dad, Leland Palmer. They had Kimmy Robertson, who played Lucy. She worked for the.
He's perfect for that role.
Ray Wise, yeah.
When he goes in and out of consciousness through that from the first 2 seasons. When he's back to being himself and he's very emotional and sad and whatever. And then when he's possessed again, he's got that evil dickish thing he can turn on because he's got the look, the eyes, the way he does all that stuff. He's fantastic actor. In other things he's in too, he's been really good. But
he was in Reaper. He was in
that Reaper show. that Reaper show should have gone a couple more seasons.
I agree.
He was great. He was the devil, right? In that?
Yes.
Or was he an assistant to the devil?
No, he's the devil.
Yeah, he was fantastic in that show too.
Yeah, I loved it. And then they had the guy who played the deputy. His name was Harry Goes, and he was there. They were supposed to have Cheryl Lee, who played Laura Palmer, was supposed to be there, but she canceled like last minute. Like literally, the day before, I got an email saying, "Sorry, unfortunately, she's not going to be able to make it. I hope you're cool with it." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever." So we went down there, watched the show. Then they did the Q&A, and the Q&A was great. Like they kept asking questions. The woman who plays Lucy, Kimmy Robertson, she's literally that person. Like the voice is the same. It looked like she hadn't aged. Like, we were pretty far back, but I mean, I zoomed in and she looks pretty much the same. They did a lot of cool stories. Ray Wise was way into doing this. Like some of the people were just sitting back. Some people would forget things, but they were cool about it and they talked and it was fun. But Ray Wise, when he goes off on a story, man, he will spin a yarn. He's like an old Kevin Smith. Like he will just continue to talk and talk and talk. And it was so fun to listen to him.
He's like somebody's fun dad.
Yeah.
Like when you have a friend growing up, it's like, oh my God, like, Bill's dad's the fucking best. Like you go over there and you talk to him. He's got weird stories. Sometimes he's batshit crazy, but he's like a guy's guy where you can sit there and go, his dad is awesome. That's what Ray Weiss kind of seems to me. Yeah, no, he was super cool. They talked about, like what their experiences were, how they got cast, how it was working with David Lynch and all this stuff. And then they opened it up to audience Q&A. And, I felt like that was disjointed. Like, usually you go to like a convention and they'll have these panels and then they set up microphones at like two ends and people could line up to ask their questions. This one was like this one guy running around with a singular microphone and just seeing hands up and would have to like gingerly walk over and try to hand it. I was like, that was a little disjointed. Like that should have been better facilitated. But otherwise it was really, no one asked anything really dumb, which you have a really big risk running with these kinds of things. Like I've had moments, I was talking to my brother about it last night. We went and saw a panel with Richard Dean Anderson and he was Stargate, MacGyver and things like that. But he has gotten to this point where he's forgotten half of the thousands of episodes. He's in his William Shatner era of his career. He doesn't need to. And people would ask specific things like, hey, remember in episode 7 of season 5? And he's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have that same connection you do. Remember last time we talked about him, I said he's one of those actors that has generational fans, but for different properties. It's not like people have only known him for being famous for one thing. My mom knew him from a soap opera. I don't know if it was General Hospital or something. One of those from the 70s and 80s is where he started. So she knew him from there. I grew up with him as MacGyver. And then following him to Stargate, right? Which I love, Stargate. He's a great actor. But anyway, go ahead. But yeah, so it was one of those things where like I was just afraid that the audience was just going to ask stupid stuff, and it was all generally pretty good. One person asked about, can we get some of the scripts from the show? And though I guess the way Lynch did it, like he would kind of write a script, but then like improvise a lot of things and change things. So she was saying it was very modular, where we can't really put out a full script because we never followed the full script. There was always something else, and he was one of those wouldn't be the same. Yeah, he wrote it as pretty much like there's certain lines we have to have or certain way to get from point A to point B, but it was more of like bullet points and a guideline. It's like, okay, guys, this scene needs to reflect this and get us to here. Let's figure out a way. It's kind of like Curb in a way. Curb has the concept. It's like, we need to get from here to here. You guys figure out the path. Right. So yeah, it was pretty good. And then they cut off audience Q&A and they did a really nice, probably 10-15 minute montage of some behind the scenes David Lynch stuff of him making the new revival series that was on Showtime a couple years back and stuff like that. It was really good, really well done. It was very fun. It was a very fun thing, and it really got me thinking. Like I like going to some of these things. I think that was very well done. Nice intimate setting, very small theater. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. And they did a. You could buy autographs and go get autographs. You could buy the picture packages. I didn't do that, but it was good. It was a very fun show.
I do have some stuff I'm loading up here real quick. This is the panel. So they had it all set up. It was nice. They had like cool. the red curtains, so it kind of blended in very well, and they had a nice little.
Did anyone host this?
That guy in the middle was the host. I guess he's a big Twin Peaks fanatic and like knows everything about Twin Peaks. So like he was a facilitator. I was wondering, and I was talking to my brother about this last night. Like, do they ask the same questions? Like, as a moderator, does he have like a list of 100 things he wants to talk about, and like brings up 20 or 10 or 20 in each show, a different thing? Because they're touring this around. Like right now, as we do the show, they're actually more local to me in Mesa, Arizona. I picked the Tucson show because we do the show on Thursday, so this was much easier to go on Wednesday. And but yeah, I always wondered, like, does he ask the same kind of stuff? Does it didn't feel scripted, because there were times where he would ask the question and like Kimmy Robertson would be like, I kind of don't remember. Hold on, let me figure it out, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's those guys, and then there's Ray. Ray was great. Like Ray Wise was fantastic.
He still looks like, he's in his grandpa years, but he still looks like somebody's cool dad.
He's 78, and he was like I was afraid, like, seeing him walk out. Like, you see, like, oh, I remember him when, and he walks out and he's older and slower. No, he was on top of everything. He was answering stuff. He was telling stories, talking about cars. He sang a couple songs from the show. Like, he was like just on it. And it was just such a good panel. Like, it was just fun. And like I said, he seemed very into it. Like, you get, sometimes they do these things where it's like it's a cash grab, and they're just there because they can capitalize on it. Maybe they're in the later years of their stuff and they just don't want to be there, but they're contractually going to do it. No, He genuinely feels like he wants to talk about this stuff. He loved his experience with Twin Peaks. He was telling a story about how, like, when he got the script, he thought maybe he would read for the sheriff and Harry's role, and he's like, that would be a good role. And then Lynch was, he does a great David Lynch impression, by the way. It was fantastic. And he goes, Ray, I want you to be Leland Palmer. And I was like, that's funny. But then he's like, but I reread the script, and like, I'll have one line, and it's Leland cries. And then this scene is Leland cries. And he goes, what do I do? I'm just crying this whole time. He was way into it. It was so fun. It was a great experience. Got me really wanting to rewatch it. So I think I'm going to rewatch Twin Peaks.
I would love if he did the David Lynch impersonation of David Lynch in the show. Where's yelling all the time? Is that Philip Jeffries?
Hey, Coop. Hey, Cooper. He's got the earpiece in because he can't hear.
What? I don't know.
So funny. But yeah, it was a good show. It would have been nice to see the woman Cheryl Lee, who played Laura Palmer. It would have been nice to kind of hear her and what her experience was. But very, very cool show. Very, very, very fun live event, and to see that. It made me really kind of want to do more of these like event type things. So tomorrow I'll be buying tickets to another live event. It's not a concert, but it's kind of a concert. They're showing The Evil Dead, the original 1981 Evil Dead.
Okay.
Remastered 4K on the big screen, but a live orchestra is doing the score. So I'm going to go see that on November 5th, a Wednesday.
Well, Bruce,
so I'm buying tickets tomorrow. No, God, I wish. Bruce is fun, but yeah.
I like those. I went to Nightmare Before Christmas years ago.
Yeah, they're doing that at Hollywood Bowl again this year.
At the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
That would be cool.
And it was Danny Elfman, his whole orchestra. And I mean, everybody from the voice cast that was still alive was there.
Yeah.
And they all did you watch part of the movie, the song parts. They would, if I'm remembering correctly, they would sing their song parts, and the orchestra would play while you're watching that portion of the movie. And then you would see some of the clips of the movie where it was just dialogue, so they wouldn't talk on stage. You'd see that clip, and then it'd come back for song parts, and you like Greg Proops is up there, Catherine O'Hara's up there, Paul Rubens was there, like everybody was there.
That's cool.
And it was one of the best. I think I enjoyed that more than most concerts I'd been to in my life.
I was gonna say, like, it really, like, this Q&A. Like I've been to a few of these kinds of things here and there, but like last night really kind of sparked like I want more unique experiences. Like concerts are fun. I love concerts and I'll keep going. I've got plenty of tickets, but doing these kinds of things like where like I know they're showing Fire Walk with Me at this little indie theater down in Tucson. I might go see that on the big screen. It's fun. That would be kind of cool. And that's going to be like next week, I think. I
always wanted to see that, when that orchestra would do like the Legend of Zelda soundtrack.
Yeah. I love
something like that where we would play
game music.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Cause I mean, there was 1 year ago we were supposed to go and I forgot why I had to cancel, but they were playing at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, giant venue, full orchestra, and they're just playing scores from Zelda and a couple other things.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, that I would love to go see.
So
good. Sounds like you had a great time. Did you get a T-shirt or anything?
I was going to. I didn't. They did have a couple T-shirts. I mean, they weren't like anything super special. Nothing that you probably couldn't get online. But yeah, it was a fun show. It was really cool.
Well, good. I'm glad you had. When you told me about that, that's one of the few times I was like, yeah,
you definitely genuinely felt. I felt like you were interested. You're like, oh wow, really? And most of the time, when I tell you I'm going to another concert, you're going again.
Yeah.
But this one, you wanted to know all about it. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love Twin Peaks.
So. Yeah, me too. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time. Did you go to Voodoo Donuts after?
No, Voodoo Donuts is only up in near Tempe, and Tucson's in the opposite direction.
Well, that's going to be your go-to for every time you go somewhere.
I did get some ice cream last night because I did, I treated myself to a little treat. So I got some really good ice cream at some like local place. We got down to Tucson pretty early, and Tucson's got a lot of
Tucson,
Arizona. So they have a nice, good size homeless population. So a lot of the places don't allow you to use the restroom without buying something and stuff like that. And, had to use the restroom before we went into the venue because we got there a little early. So stopped into an ice cream place, got myself a little scoop of ice cream, used the restroom. And but other than that, it was a nice night.
We've mentioned that drop so many times. I'm going to have to pull it down, put it in the system that we have Tucson, Arizona. Keep talking about that. Before we get to some videos, I got to tell you real quick a story that happened with my kid. You've had kids.
What now? Yeah, a couple.
Okay. You've been with them for a while, right?
Yeah. At least 14 years for one.
Have you ever had moments where your kid says or does something that creeps you the fuck out? Like, why would they say that? Or where did this come from? Or why did they just do that thing?
Every now and then, not as often as I thought, but usually when they're younger, because then you're like, where the fuck did you find this?
Yeah. But I mean, it's one thing when a kid says something and you go like, that's not in their vernacular. And you go, where did you hear that? Or where did you learn that? And from school, from kids, they saw it on YouTube, a movie, something like that. But this was an incident that happened where this was something almost unearthly that happened and freaked
reciting the Necronomicon.
It freaked me out.
What did you do?
To the point that I actually had to call and tell other people what was going on and what they thought I should do. So
Father Karras has to come and bless her.
Yeah, I'm not even going to joke about that. That did cross my mind. Here's what happened.
Oh my God. Now I'm concerned. I haven't heard this story.
So, my kid does a lot of activities, and they're not like after school activities, but they're activities a few hours after she's back from school. She, like kids do, they do sports, they do dancing, they do swimming, something along those lines. Right. So she has a lot of different activities through the week. She had an activity, we came home, we had dinner. I got to give her a bath. Right. So I get the bath all set up. She, cause she's extra like her dad. She's got, this giant tub that's like with soap bubbles and stuff taller than her. So she can like dive into it and,
just like you do. Yeah.
Makes the beard, makes the hair, all that fun stuff. And now we found that they make pop rocks for the bathtub.
That's
so you
cool.
can rip open these little packages and it can change the color of the water, but they're all snap, crackle, and popping when you put them in there, right?
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, it's like a whole big ordeal to give this kid a bath. So playing around for a while, and I was like, all right, we got to wrap this up. We got to get this going. I'm watching something on my phone. I put the phone down on a little table near the bathtub, and I got to, wash her hair and stuff like that. So I'm rinsing her hair, and she's sitting there like facing away from me, and I'm trying to get the shampoo, put it in her hair. And because her hair was all dirty or whatever from her event, stuff like that. So you know how like you got to massage it into the scalp kind of deal. So I'm doing this, and as I'm doing this, she starts to rock back and forth like this. So to paint the picture for the audio people, the way is like if you just sit there and just rock forward and backwards like this, right? You're behind the kid, leaning over to the tub. I'm just rubbing the shampoo into her hair. She's going like this, and now her knees are up, and she's holding her knees like this, and it's almost like
she just went through a traumatic event or something.
Yeah, where it's can't sleep, the clown will eat me kind of rocking, right? So I'm rubbing her hair. Now, I'm not really paying attention to the rocking, but I'm rubbing the shampoo and everything in her because she's got long hair. So you got to scrape your hands through it to get everything. And I'm looking off to the side watching whatever it was I was watching on my phone. And then all of a sudden I start to notice that she's saying something.
Oh, no. She's whispering it, or is she talking?
Kinda. It's soft talk. It's almost like chanting.
Like, oof.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? Now my hands are covered in soap. I can't, as much as you try to put skin to contact of your phone, an elbow is not going to pause a video, right? So I lean over with a knuckle. I'm trying to punch the phone. It turns off. She's not moving. She's still, she didn't stop. She's still rocking. She's still mumbling this thing. I kind of lean over to listen. She's saying God isn't there over and over.
And she still lives at your house?
So she's like this. And then when I finally hear what she says, I go like this. I pull my hands back, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm not going to yell or anything. So I kind of lean over and I go, I say her name. Huh? I'm like, what's going on? Nothing. Why are you saying that? What? And I said, what did you just say? And she tells me it. And I go, where did you hear that? And she goes, I don't know. I'm like, you had to have heard it somewhere. Where did you hear that?
Not a Gabby's dollhouse situation.
No, she goes, I dreamt it.
Oh God, no.
And I went, what? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And she turned she turned away into the far corner of the bathtub. She's burying herself under the soap and stuff. And I go, no. I'm like, you're not in trouble. And I just want to know, like, where did you hear that from somewhere? And then she gives me a different answer. She goes, like something, I think she said something along the lines like she heard it in someone's car. Now there's a couple of cars she can be in because she has a nanny and other family members and stuff that would pick her up. But I don't know what they would be listening to that would say this, right? So what she said is something like she would get from a movie, not a movie she's watching.
Are you sure?
But then again, she sneaks onto YouTube half the time. And sometimes, like I caught her this morning, she was getting ready. She had one of our phones. She's watching something on YouTube. I hear this girl crying. I go, what? I'll get back to the story in a second. I hear this girl crying, and she goes, the kid goes, oh. I said, what's the matter? Nothing. I go, what are you watching? Nothing. I'm looking at it. It's some kind of princess, right? Walking around her neighborhood, her baby's missing, and she's crying because she can't find her baby. I go, what are you watching? She's like, I don't know. And I'm looking through here. It's a kid's channel. I'll have to go find that device and I'll get the, make a note if you can for me. I'll find that device and get the history and see if I can find that video. But it's a kid's channel where some lady in a princess costume is walking around a neighborhood crying because she can't find her baby. And it was in the title of the thing too. So whatever, lost her baby. And I'm thinking, lost her baby, miscarriage. What is this kid watching? And no, it's just some lady in a princess outfit walking around a neighborhood crying because she can't find her kid. So even that, the kid shouldn't be watching. Back to, the bath scenario. So I said, what car did you? I don't want to talk. Like now she's getting upset because I think she thinks she's getting in trouble, right? And I said, you're fine. Like, I'm not yelling at her. I'm not, threatening her or anything that she would feel, self-conscious about. I'm just trying to talk to her. She won't talk to me now. So I call her mom. Her mom comes up and, talking to her and stuff. And I'm explaining everything. She goes, where did you hit? I don't know. I don't want to talk. Like now she doesn't want to talk about it at all. She's shut down. So I'm like, okay, I pretend nothing happened. I'm rinsing her hair. I'm doing the conditioner, doing all that stuff. Get her out, get her dried off, get her in her pajamas, get her ready for bed. So that takes like another half an hour. Put her to bed. I'm talking to her mom. It's like, did you understand what she was saying here? And she goes, yeah, I don't know where that's from. I'm like, I don't know either. Why aren't you making a bigger deal about this than I am? Right. And she's telling me, she's like, well, I don't know where that comes from. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to talk to her tomorrow and see what this is. And I tried talking to her today and she acts like she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
You know who else is going to talk to her tomorrow?
Who?
This guy.
Yeah. I'll be looking down.
We're gonna have some house calls coming to Eric's house.
I'll be looking down my pathway with the green and purple glow in the dark lights, and I'll just see a priest with a hat and a briefcase walking up here,
coming up to your house just to have a chat.
I'll walk over. I'll hand him the keys. I go, it's all yours. I'll get in my car, and you'll never see me again. I'll head to Florida.
I'm gonna go see Tron. You have this wrapped up in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm done. But that's messed up, right?
That's weird. Like that's
just rocking
really
in the bathtub, and then when I finally hear what she's mumbling, she's saying God isn't there. Where does that come from? Now, I had other family members saying, it's like, well, you're going to start to experience this more and more. I know, Giddles, my house is haunted. I'll have to show that photo of my basement where a light turned on as I was leaving the basement behind a door in another room.
No, that stuff creeps me out.
Yeah, and I
watch a lot of horror movies, but like those kinds of moments in real life, like they get you.
Yeah, and they do.
Like, actually saying she just casually explains that God is dead while we're alone in the universe. Just another day.
Yeah,
just Tuesday.
It happens.
No big deal.
Yeah. Oh, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, it's an old Instagram post. But
Jen saying, yeah, what happened to Sophia the First?
Oh yeah, she used to watch that show too. Doesn't watch it anymore, but I want to see if I can.
Oh, Chips and Sips has a good idea. You should tell scary stories on Halloween live stream, like old school radio, like that. I like that stuff.
Yeah,
we are doing a show right before Halloween.
We'll have clips and stuff to play. But yeah, if you do something like that, we're not on a proper radio where you can get random people calling in with their nut job scenarios to make it interesting. So I don't know if it would necessarily work to that aspect. I'm going to try to see if I can get this to, it's hard to do it with, actually, you know what? I'll just screenshot it and do it this way. But I have a photo of the door that the light turned on and everything. I had shut everything off in the basement, was going to go upstairs, and I heard a noise. I turn around and there is a light that went on behind a door. And I just looked at it and I went, nope. And I went right upstairs. I didn't even turn it off. I don't know who turned it off the next day, but I wasn't me. I left.
I was actually,
here it is.
Let me see. Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, right. So
like I would have noped my way out of there as well.
Yeah. So like this is obviously zoomed in, but this is a lot further away. Let me zoom it back out to the normal. So it's still a little bit further than the perception of this photo shows, but I'm right where the light switch is, and I'm going to up the stairs, and I hear that noise. I turn around. There's lights behind that door that turned on, and I went, nope. And I went upstairs and I locked the door to go downstairs. I was not going back down there.
No,
I don't know who turned the lights off, if they turned off on their own, but fuck that noise. I was not going to do that.
So like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right, Giddles. I think Giddles was on the show. Yeah, you were on the show when this,
he was on the show.
This thing was 10 years old, so I had to have talked about it on there where the lights went on and the door was closed. I was like, nope, never doing that. Not again. We had talked about this where I had shown my daughter the movie Scream, and we were talking horror movies, and I was telling, she was basically, because like we were watching videos of like trying to talk about different horror movies and how like I've been watching them since I was a kid, so I'm kind of desensitized to some of those things. And she asked me straight up, she goes, do these things ever scare you anymore? And I was like, I had to think about like not the last time, but like moments where these kinds of movies really get to me. And I was watching a movie once
I was dating this girl, and she had an apartment in the basement of her parents' house. So like the whole downstairs basement was like a fully furnished like apartment. So it had a room, bathroom for the whole thing. And we watched what was that Kevin Bacon movie? Oh, there was
Echo Man.
No,
He's invisible.
Hollow Man. No, that's
Hollow Man. Yeah.
No, there was another Kevin Bacon movie, and we watched it. It's not
X-Men First Class.
That's why it's scary. You're terrible. So we watched this movie, and it wasn't like super scary, but it was scary enough.
Stir of Echoes?
Stir of Echoes. That's the one. So like it was creepy, but no big deal. So after the movie was done, we're hanging out. I was like, I'm going to go grab a drink of water. And I went upstairs. So the way the basement was, you go up these stairs, and to the right is a door to like a laundry room, garage, and stuff like that. And then you're up in the main kitchen. So I grabbed my drink of water, and lights were off, and no big deal. I turned to go to the back downstairs. Now, she had a dog at the time that she didn't have go upstairs, so there was a dog gate covering the top of the stairs. I'm walking. I get to right where the top of the stairs is. I'm about to step over the dog gate when I hear
like something's running up behind you?
Like something's banging on the door to my left. Now, again, there's a door to my left.
You hear the rumbling coming up the stairs like it's running up right behind you.
No, there was oh God, that would freak me out even more. There was a door to my left as I'm leaving. Like I said, laundry room and stuff like that. And there's glass, like there's a glass window looking out. When I looked at it, I can't see anything because there's no light. And I freak out. I hopped the dog gate. I think landed about 5 stairs deep into there, and I ran the rest of the way down. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Turns out it was an unbalanced laundry bit load that was going. And it just happened to be at the exact moment that I was right at the top of those stairs. Fucked, scared the shit out of me.
I hate that.
I almost broke my ankle jumping stairs to get down to the bottom so I could feel safe.
I've had that.
Oh my God, it was the greatest feeling, like just being that scared. But man,
the relief of like, oh my God, it was all in my head. It was
something that stupid.
I've had moments like that with the unbalanced washer or dryer. It's like when if they put like giant comforters or something into the washing machine, it's like, and they don't tell you. You just hear a slight hum that you don't even acknowledge because it's the washing machine. And because when it gets so heavy, it all leans to one side. So then it starts going boom, 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 like that against the metal.
I don't know if it was the same situation, like where I saw a light just turn on, I'd have been like, no, thanks. Nope, not doing that. Yeah, I those kinds of things freak me out. I love horror movies. I'm like right now watching all kinds of horror movies. I'm going through all the Nightmare on Elm Streets and things like that. A lot of the time, slasher films don't get to me, but like things that are like ghosts or demonic stuff, things that could possibly be real. I mean, serial killers are a thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like otherworldly stuff, that stuff gets me. And that's when I get scared. And those are the ones that I told my daughter, like those things get to me, things that could possibly be really out there.
I had people writing me about us talking about The Conjuring the last couple of weeks.
Those ones are creepy.
I found the timeline, but you got to start with like The Nun.
Yeah, because that's like in the 50s.
Yeah, before you even get to the first Conjuring and stuff. So, there's people were writing me about. I guess they're catching up on the shows. Mm-hmm. Somebody wrote me here. The best way to watch the Conjuring movies is in chronological order, not release order. The story is better when you know where the doll came from.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a couple people sending me that stuff. So thank you. I appreciate you listening, and we do value your advice on this stuff here. Bagsley saying about my basement light door thing, your survival horror games training has been helpful. Right. If you see the light go off, turn back. If the room is dark, then you're okay. Yes, that is true.
So funny.
By the way, that is up and available on the YouTube channel.
Phasmophobia.
If you missed it, all produced nicely and then tightened up. Where you can go, we've done a whole series of these things where we look at these AI survival horror games stuff, and now the new one's up there on the YouTube. Oh, I got it right over there. So you can see part 3 is available for the AI survival horror games. We talked like the artwork I did here because you see the demon eyes at the end of the aisle.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So we did Costco, Tesco, your dog. Whole bunch of weird stuff, horror game scenarios. if you want to talk real quick about that before we get to the next thing, I bought a bunch of those observation duty games.
Mm-hmm.
The early games suck.
Do they?
And the whole series started in like 2020. And as
did you get it as a bundle or did you buy them piecemeal? And
piecemeal because there's an 8th one coming out, I think, in a couple weeks. And the first one I had was 5, and I've been playing 5 for a while. But the problem is, because it's an anomaly. You got to look at the rooms and you go through each camera to see if something changed. If something changed, you have to report the anomaly, because if there's too many anomalies, they kill you. Right. So you get like 15 minutes, I think, to start where nothing changes in the room. So you can go through 8-10 rooms and just stare at everything and look and try to familiarize yourself with what could be out of whack, what could move, what have you. So I do all that. And as I'm going through, I'm staring at each room to see this, because sometimes it's obvious, like, hey, there's a hammer laying on the floor where there wasn't a hammer before. You report that, boom, anomaly fixed. Other times, it's the doorknob is on the other side of the door and you don't notice that. It's something so small that it doesn't attract your attention right away. So you got to stare at this stuff. So I keep trying to play these games. The first 3 or 4 are terrible. I had to go online and watch YouTube videos about them. Like, oh, there's this hidden stuff and that hidden stuff. There's nothing in the game. I understand some Easter eggs, but there's nothing in the game that could even allude you to some of these hidden things for the bigger story. They just throw it in there and it's like, if you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. And I hate that. Like, have it all connect in some way. So, the first 3 I don't know if I played 4, but the first 3 were terrible. I deleted them off my system, and I still was within a window. I refunded the first 3.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was going to say there is usually a that window of time where as long as you haven't played it, or if you played less than a certain amount of time, you can do that.
Yeah,
that's good.
What does this say here? Anthony said there's too many anomalies. I know where you're probably leading with that comment, but if he's actually playing those games, I'd be interested, because
he's playing Call of Duty. I saw him playing the beta for Black Ops.
Yeah, people loved the videos last week, the Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
I was kind of thinking about it. They loved the time travel gamer. They want to see more of that. They loved what was the other one? Oh, the Call of Deadpool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So
with the axe in his ass for some reason.
I found some others, but we're not going to play them now because I'm going to piece them together as a montage thing where it'll make more sense than trying to play each one individually. But what I did remember I had in my archive here, and this goes back a way, a video of somebody made about kids being toxic gamers. Are you familiar with the game Rust?
Yeah, it's like one of those like survival games where you can build stuff. And
yeah, you can build a bunker, you can build self-defense, you can do all of these things, right?
Right.
I didn't notice he was in here. Hi, Beef Drippins. I want to watch Eric jiggle in fear. I can be jiggling from the amount of caffeine that I've been drinking, but fear is not a factor right now. Look at that.
Bringing that show back, by the way.
I know.
Johnny Knoxville is going to host it.
That might actually work with him hosting. Who hosted it last time that it wasn't Rogan?
Oh, I don't remember. It didn't last very long.
It worked well with Rogan. It'll work probably really good with Johnny Knoxville, but I remember they did one without him, and yeah, it was good and bad at the same time here. Eric sends good morning text. Do I send you good morning texts? No, I'm talking to Beef Drippins. If I do, please share some of them. I would like to know if I'm fully conscious in the morning when I'm sitting. Hello, Beef Drippings. How are you?
Tell me. Eric used to send "What's up" text like at 3 a.m. What are you doing? What's going on?
So in the theme of the video game stuff here, Halloween stuff. So you're going to get a lot more horror games that are coming out very, very soon. Games that you like will have Halloween and horror mods, skins, scenarios, all that stuff that goes in there. And right now, Phasmophobia has their Blood Moon event going on. So I'm going
to say Fortnite's got all their Halloween skins with like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Those just came out yesterday.
Skin.
They have Wednesday from the Addams Family, all of this stuff.
Well, even Rocket League's doing stuff like that with Scooby-Doo cars. You can get like,
and that's good. That's great that they can do that.
I love this time of year for that.
Adding those layers for a short amount of time based on a holiday or something like that, fantastic. Because then you can always go back to the game without it and still enjoy it without all the other nonsense around. Excuse me. So anyway, this video I have, it's a callback. It's an old video, but this guy was playing Rust and these kids kind of hijacked him and they were being real dicks about it. So he spent the rest of his time playing, trying to find out where they were camped out, and he found them. And that's where we start this video right here.
Are you guys the people that just killed me at the lighthouse? Oh, yep, I recognize that. Yep.
Lighthouse? Yeah, you're bad.
Oh, really?
He's so calm about it.
Go to it. Yeah, go to an aim trainer, bro.
Are you?
Terrible. Just uninstall the game.
Why are you playing?
Like, what did you have, bro? What were you recycling? You got like 2 scraps. No, shut up. Shut up. No.
Don't even talk.
You're terrible.
That
dude ain't even got a base. Like, nobody loves
listen,
you.
guys. I'm gonna give you one warning. All right. Just please let me have my bow back and my recycles, and that is all. All right, please. I'm gonna ask you nicely.
What?
He's just so nice. Like, he's just calm. He's letting them spout their shit, and he's like, all right,
because he's smart.
He's like the Bob Ross of griefing.
A lot of people who game rage and everything goes and hold on a second, Beef Drippings. How do you know this to be
with
true?
His like laying on his stomach like Mr. Burns with his legs up?
What camera does he have in my house that he sees?
He's the one turning on the lights in your basement.
I'm laying on the bearskin rug that I have, talking to people, feet up, fireplace going.
You know how many nights Eric will go, no, you hang up. Like,
yeah.
Oh, come on.
And there's nobody on the other end. It's just, when you have the dial tone on so far long, it starts going,
yeah.
And then you have that going so long that it just goes dead and there's no sound. That's where I'm at with the
number you have dialed is no longer in service.
Right. Okay.
No, you're not getting any.
Anyway, yes, he's being very nice, being very calm because he's thinking way ahead of what they're capable of. So he's just asking for some basic things that he had. He's like, you can keep everything else. I just want that one weapon and whatever, and you can go amongst your.
Yeah, just want my bow back.
And the kids are dicks.
You're not getting anything.
You guys are so.
Oh, scary.
Are they breaking china in there?
Yeah, they're throwing dishes. Like they're gonna throw shit at him, but it's like bulletproof glass, so it's just breaking inside their place.
You've got to be the most obnoxious little shits on this whole game.
No, shut up.
Are you kidding me? You guys are going to regret this so much. I hope you know.
They're John Cleese on the parapet.
All right, I'm only gonna ask one more time. Give me my. It's literally just a bow. Just give it to me, or else you're gonna regret it, man. You're going to regret this. I've got some friends on the server.
What am I going to regret? You got friends? Your 2 friends?
Oh,
they're gonna raid us.
I mean, I like their style a little bit.
Us with like 2 satchels. You barely got any.
I will give them this. The kids are not like screaming racial epithets.
Right.
And like unalive yourself or anything like that. They're just doing game smack talk kind of shit. But they ambushed the guy in a shitty way from the earlier part of the video. So he's like, he knows it's part of the game, but he thought they were a bit unfair about it because they also were starting shit as he was dying. They turned it up to 11. So he's like, just give me this back and you can have everything else. I get that he knows it's a game. He's not losing his shit because he lost all his stuff. He just wants the one thing and you can have the rest.
They're breaking all his fine china and not using the N-word. So
that's what it is. They're destroying his cutlery in there.
Like my grandmother gave me
that. Was my grandmother's pattern. Yeah.
Scrap. You're probably poor. You ain't got no sulfur, no charcoal, no nothing.
Listen, man. Just remember this day, okay? All right? That's all I ask. Because you're going to regret this, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going to remember this for literally dogging on you for being terrible at the game.
Oh, okay. I see.
What are you guys going to offline us?
I'll be back, all right? I'll be right back. Just can you guys stay here in this space?
No.
Stay in this space, all right?
I'm about to get my G Fuel. We're going to be on all night.
Oh, you should have drank the G Fuel.
Oh.
Is that what he just said?
He just said I should have drank my G Fuel. I'll be on here all night. Sponsored by G Fuel. Yeah, he drank his Pac-Man soda and he's griefing 30-year-old men playing Rust.
gfuel.com/erock. Save 20% off your next order.
All right, just stay here. All right, just give me 1 second.
You're bad.
All right, boys, the base is up ahead. Base is up ahead.
He got the squad.
Yeah. So yeah, it does a jump cut. He leaves, but he turns around just to show the audience
Like
that
at least 3 or 4 other players behind him, fully loaded.
Boys, the base is up ahead. Base is up ahead. Hey,
By the way, the suits the other guys are wearing look like my Adidas hoodie. Like they got the stripes down the arms. Like they were just hanging out at home, and they were like, "Oh, somebody fucked with our friend."
Hold on, I gotta go get the jumpsuit mafia from Hawkeye to come blow up this base.
Yeah, they're getting their weaponry out of the garage. They're putting on their slides, and now they're running across the field. Like we got to take care of something.
hey guys, I'm back. Are you home still? Ah, you are.
Oh yeah, you're back. Oh,
What's up,
this
buddies?
guy.
Yeah, look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh my god! Look at all that arsenal.
You were literally trolling anyways.
He's trying to get him with a pickaxe.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
funny.
while he's distracting, they're just starting to slowly ruin the foundation of this. Here, the tone of the kids change immediately.
So you're trolling now, yeah? You're trolling?
I can. Yeah, we were just
No
trolling.
point to raise.
Yeah, we were.
Were you trolling? Hey, boys, surround the base, boys, surround the base.
Oh my god! I thought there was only like 4 or 5.
Hey, listen to me, all right?
Please.
Listen to me.
Dude, please. I only have.
All right, you guys, I gave you a chance. All I wanted was my bow. All I want.
Stone.
Nah.
If you want our stone, we'll give you our
Oh, I'll
stone.
get it. Don't worry. I'll be
go
taking
grab
your
one
stone.
right now.
I want all your shit. All right, I'm getting all your shit
Why does that
because
kid keep
all I
breaking
wanted was a bow.
teacups?
Yeah, I know. He's just,
Like, what is going on in there? I want to see their side of it.
yeah, he's just throwing whisks and spatulas, all kinds of utensils. He hates kitchen dining.
This Earl Grey is too hot.
Oh, and you guys said I'd be little shit, so everybody back up from the window. Back up from the window. Rocket launchers. Rocket launchers. Pull those
great.
rockets out.
And here the kid is like, how about I forgot what he offered him, but they're trying to haggle
Just
now.
bribe them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because we are coming in.
Oh,
Get inside, boys. Get inside. Blow down that door. Blow down that door. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Get in, boys.
so upset.
The kids are just laying all over the floor. The guy had the patience of a saint.
I was gonna say that is some next level revenge.
Yeah. So he's like, look, I tried to be nice to you. I tried. You don't want to do it. And they're like, oh, you're terrible at this. Uninstall the game. You have no friends. You're poor. I think that your poor line is what got him the most. Because you don't come back with 20 people, over the, oh, you should uninstall the game.
What are your 2 friends?
Right.
No, it's more like 20. That was good.
Yeah.
I like
It was a
that.
whole onslaught of these kids. So good on them for doing all of that.
Oh, so funny.
Associate producer Ralph is in the chat here saying reported. He works on the Tukey show. Good to see you, my friend. I want to show you this video because we promised it last week.
All right.
And we didn't do it. So I told you about me going to Home Depot.
Yes.
And their sound system was all messed up. And
Yeah,
I
that was weird.
I was in the store for about half an hour, just getting different things. I was getting, stuff to set up decorations, wiring, plugs, stuff for smoke. I was buying a lot of shit. And so I was in there a while and I started to notice that the music system that they have playing was all messed up. It was jumping. It sounded like if you had a CD and you had a scratch down the CD, it can't play the song right. So it's jumping back and forth between everything. So I went to the seasonal section where there wasn't a lot of people and I just turned my phone up. And again, these ceilings are 50, 60 feet, maybe higher. Just on the speaker. And so you can hear what was going on. Nobody fixed this. I cut this down. I taped a lot. I was there a lot longer than I should have, but I chopped it down to show you about what was going on here. And at some points they chime in where, when they do the page over the intercom system, nobody was paying attention to the music, that how bad and annoying this was. So here we go. Take a listen to this. Now this song is Roxette. You remember them?
I love Roxette.
Okay. But listen to this. Listen to how it's jumping around. Now it's 10,000
Yeah, I
Maniacs.
was gonna say now it's 10,000 Maniacs. It's just like it's trying to like skip past like bad parts or something.
It's like you're trying to play the CD and you're leaning on the shuffle button. Yeah, Preston.
It's like someone's in there hitting. Yeah, it's someone's up there hitting the like plus 10, plus 10, plus 10.
Yeah, it's speed listening. It's when you set the play to like 150 instead of just the 1, so you can try to get through a podcast or something faster. But listen.
Oasis?
But it's the end of the song. It just jumped right to the end of the Oasis
This
song.
guy's playlist is the last 30 seconds of popular songs from the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah. Back it up a little bit.
Louis to the protest, please. Louis to the protest.
Oh, it's like almost typical stoner sound.
This was going on for over half an hour.
Like, what is going on?
Listen. It doesn't know how to end the song. Right back into 10,000 Maniacs.
That is so weird.
It was driving me fucking nuts. I'm just trying to shop and get stuff done, and I keep hearing the songs jump around, and now I'm hyper focused on this. It's like, why is it like? Do I even bother telling? I should, but then I said, no. Why am I going to tell the management? Let them figure it out. That this has been so terrible an experience that the songs are jumping all over the place.
That is really weird. Because I know you described that to me, but man, was just so all over the place. Because again, it was like the last 30 seconds of every song.
It's ADHD radio. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's exactly what
crazy.
It is. Do we have anything else that we need to talk about before we get to segment 2? We can do the radio stuff later.
Yeah, we can do it later.
And next week, we're going to talk about a guy who was a big advocate in the radio industry, now is doing an about face. And started up a business that he's trying to sell to radio companies that will essentially put everybody on the air out of business.
Yeah.
So fuck that guy.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have, for the Halloween show, I have a bunch of clips I said I've been saving up for.
Right.
For Halloween. And we were going over the list and you said, oh yeah, the thing with buckets. And I said, what do you know about that? And you telling me what?
I thought you were talking about, we were going to talk about all the Halloween buckets. Like McDonald's had to start bringing back some more of the Halloween buckets. I think Wendy's jumped on the bandwagon.
Is McDonald's
Burger
doing
King.
Halloween buckets again?
Yes, they brought back the ghost, the witch, and I think the vampire, the
warlock.
Ghost. Yeah, the ghost, the witch, and the wardrobe. And then they did. They brought like 2 new of them. Like I think one's like a zombie, and there's like there's like 5 buckets in total that you can collect at McDonald's. And then I think Burger King did a couple. So like everyone's bringing out their buckets.
Wait,
so
Burger King has buckets?
Apparently so.
All right. Nobody does anything unique with their stuff anymore. They're going to have Happy Meals too. But anyway, we're going over the Halloween list, and I have stuff that I still haven't added on there yet. But I said, we're going to have a lot of the stuff. I was debating, do we play it leading up to Halloween? I said, our show is on Halloween. So let's just do all Halloween stuff on that show if we can. So I'm saving all that stuff. We got a lot of good stuff, but the buckets thing. So I'm going to give you a teaser of what buckets is.
That's pretty good.
So he has a lot of Halloween themed videos.
Okay.
that I've compiled, and we'll be playing those on Halloween.
I gotta say, other than, and I'll be scared to say this man's name, the Joe Hendry bits.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, it's my favorite bit. I love when people make videos to that drum beat. Like, you know, you'll see like the kids running into things, like we saw the one with the kids go down in the car and then they run into the trash cans or things like that.
Yeah.
I know, right? I was actually just talking about that. I was actually saying that as much as like sometimes the show goes long, we should probably cut stuff back. And I was talking to Casey in the chat today at work, and I was like, I don't know if I want to get rid of the Joe Hendry bit. And she goes, no, that's a funny bit. And I kept humming that song in my head today because of it.
You never get rid of who?
Never get rid of Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So good, makes me so happy.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
We all do. We got a mayoral, we got midterm elections and other shit coming up soon. But in New York for right now, they've got a mayor election happening. And it's pretty divisive because the lead candidate right now is a Muslim guy.
I've heard he is national news, that guy.
He's he leans a bit towards socialism, maybe even communism, but more of a socialist. He's very pro Palestine, very pro Muslim. His wife has been seen posting in support of the death of certain people who might have been on the terrorist list and things of that nature. So it's very, very, it's a powder keg in New York right now.
Sure.
And it's hard to, it's like, well, he's the front runner. What are they going to do? He's actually the lead candidate for the Democratic Party. So people are like, well, we got to fight. We got to defeat him. You got Curtis Lewa, the old guardian angel thing, which isn't going to happen. And then you have disgraced former New York governor, Andrew Cuomo.
Right? Oh, Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew Cuomo, which he can't really do anything. Like if he had run his term as governor, he probably would have been the front runner for all of this stuff. But because of the way he handled COVID and the way he handled, inappropriate situations in his administration, he's damaged goods too. But they're still trying to make a last ditch effort. It's like, look, if we can't get a Republican to defeat this guy, there's factions of the Democratic Party that are pushing to try to get Cuomo out there. And even though they put this out there and he's like, well, he's leading all the polls, he's leading all this stuff. And it's like, yeah. And, Kamala was during the election and Trump still won. So these things can happen. So it's a very difficult and confusing time for New York City right now. And we're getting close to the actual election happening. But a new candidate has popped up and is becoming the darling of the political scene in New York. I wanted to show you, I got his ad. We should take a look.
Running for mayor of New York City, and I promise to fight you. Other candidates say they'll fight for you. I will fight you. Taxes, ordinances, city budget, who gives a shit? I'm gonna kick your ass. I grew up in this community. I played in this park. I hated those kids. In fact, come over here. New York needs someone to roll up their sleeves and kick its ass.
He told me he was gonna put me in a coma. I mean, Bob Dowdy ain't doing that kind of shit.
New York is the best city in the world, and it's always treated me like dirt. That's why I'm gonna kick New York's ass as mayor.
I don't know. At least he's not a career politician.
Vote for me.
Yes. I like the old out of nowhere punch. That's a good one.
Now,
that's good. I like it.
I don't qualify to vote for the city. But if I could find a way to, because everyone finds a way to vote in elections that they're not supposed to. If I can find a way to do that, I would throw my vote behind that gentleman right there. But imagine you saw that. It's not bizarre anymore. Like 10, 20 years ago, you see that and you go, oh, obviously it's comedy or whatever. Now you look at it and you go, oh, is that really a thing? Because it could be. There's no blurred lines anymore. Now it's like, it could be that ridiculous.
Well, and that's the thing where it's like, it is not become parody anymore. At this point, why not?
Right.
I mean, everything else is just, it's like you said, it's wrestling.
Yep.
This is the new gimmick. Why not?
It's insane. I'm going to blow these out because these two are topical too. And then we'll move on to segment 2. Remember a week or two ago, I played you that clip of 10-10 wins in New York that had the hot mic situation.
Yeah.
Where they started playing what sounded like a porno live over the radio. And it turned out to be just a raunchy scene from a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have yet another hot mic situation that happened during the Major League Baseball playoffs. And they were calling the game for is when Detroit was playing Seattle.
Okay.
And they went to take a break and the microphones were still on and it led to this.
I'll be back to talk about it after this on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
And fragile.
I don't have to do a game. Oh,
he's flawed. We get tired.
Fuck this game recap. Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
sometimes
Was that out
we get
loud?
sick.
3, 2, 1.
But with Corewell Health, we are also strong.
Yeah,
I agree.
The ads play, and he's like, "Fuck this game recap that I gotta do." Live over Major League Baseball. So it's on the radio stuff. It's on the streaming. It's on satellite radio because satellite carries all the feeds for all the ball games.
Right.
Yeah. So that went around everywhere, which was I love when you have a good hot mic situation. Those are pretty fun.
I heard one, and we can't play it on the show, and I'm going to edit this when I tell the story. I heard one the other day. They were talking, I think it was college football, and they were watching a college game, and this guy broke like 3 tackles, and he was going, and he was running, man. This guy ran so fast, and I think he got a touchdown. And the announcer was like, "Oh man," and he was like talking about it, and he's like, "Get that N-word a glass of milk." And he said this on a broadcast. Like, I don't think he understood someone could hear him. And I was just like, and then obviously this gentleman was black himself. So like, you know,
find that. I want the drop. I know we have to edit
find it,
but I want the drop because I would love to play that. We're just, you know, randomly out of context. Get a glass of milk. We're like, what? What? Why?
Yeah. It went out over the air, and I was like, all right.
Okay.
We're done caring.
If that's what we want to do, I think we'll end segment 1 with this. I don't see anything. All right, everything else is generic. It can wait. This can wait too, but this is just going to be a fun way to end the segment here. So there's a comedian. Her name is Cactus Tate.
I don't think I've ever heard of her.
And she put out a video where she's being a bit braggadocious about leveling up with an airline, with her status, her miles, the privileges she gets from flying on this airline all the time. And I thought this is a great endorsement that if more comics could do something like this, they'd probably have better travel situations.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at this.
Hey, not to brag or anything, but I'm about to be a fucking gold member with Frontier Airlines. Yeah.
Now she starts shooting this way, but then she realizes the camera's
Okay,
wrong, so
good.
she kind of turns it. Okay.
That means I get to board first and I get a free carry-on. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Because
She's talking about Frontier
Airlines.
Frontier
already.
Airlines, which is a budget. What would you call it? It's like a really cheap airline.
It's almost like an a la carte airline where like you have to just constantly pay upgrades to get like some of the basics, like baggage and
a no frills kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the dollar.
It's a step
the dollar store
Southwest
version of a flight.
Yeah.
that means I get to board first and I get a free carry-on. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, because other than that, that is the shittiest fucking plane. I hate you! I hate you! I hate you so much. The best thing about them is the fucking capybara on the wing of it. It is the worst fucking plane you'll ever fucking be with. I'm serious. One time they broke all my luggage and I was like, hey guys, you broke my luggage. And then they said, fuck you, in an email back to me. That's what they said. And then I said, thank you. And I booked another ticket with them. You know why? It's $103 to get on that plane. It's $150 for your luggage to get on the plane too, but $103 is $103 and I'm a whore for a deal. I also wait last minute to book my flights. Man, I hate this plane, and fuck, I hope we get that squirrel on the next one. I am ready to go home. I just have a 8-hour layover in Phoenix because I fly Frontier. And I want to get somewhere, but not when I say I will, just whenever Frontier says I will. Thanks, guys.
They need to book this as an advertisement.
Yeah.
Like they need to lean deep into that one and just say, yep.
So here's how I got sucked.
Frontier Airlines, fuck you.
Yeah.
$103 flights.
So it shows up in my feed and she's doing the whole thing. And like you, it's like she forgot to turn the video. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And as I'm starting to pay attention, I'm like, why is she bragging about it? And then turns around and does the whole motherfuck thing. I'm like, all right, she got me.
Yeah.
But I thought it was
That's
very
good.
fun.
That's funny.
Yeah. She's saying that's like 4 booms. Which,
We're
by the way,
Frontier guys.
I'm glad they're no longer in the algorithm. You don't see them anywhere anymore.
I don't hear anything about it. I see the Rizzler kid. He's going to have like his own Arizona iced tea flavor.
Right.
Like Rizberry or something like that. But
I did.
Everybody else just.
But he's not them. Like he did a couple of things with them, and everyone's
not even their family. Everyone thought he was like a family member.
Exactly. When he first showed up, they thought, "Is this another brother or something?" Nope. And no, he just was another kid doing something, and they did a kind of crossover thing for some social media posts. That kid seems to be doing better than those two.
Yeah, he's like, I got to get away from these fucking.
The dad got into
guys.
AEW wrestling for a little while, and he looked terrible. Like he was a failed wrestler to begin with. And then when they're in there, and you're like, oh, that's why, because he's not that good. He's what you would call a jobber. Like he's the guy you practice against. You bring in the talent you're willing to train to make money on, and they fight that guy so that they can do all the generic and basic moves to learn how to do it. And then they move on to real competition after all of that. Like this Wood Pit Frontier because fuck you trademark. Mason K saying Southwest should use that as their ad. That's brilliant. If another airline took that, although nowadays they all might be under the same company, you never know, but still very smart if they could figure all that out and do all of that. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, television, movies, streaming updates. New York Comic Con was a complete flop, and I'm glad we didn't go. All of that in a bag of chips when we come back.
More, it's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.
Next.